playing just a little chunk of it.
No, I concur.
Thanks, Michael, for a great experience.
Yeah, thank you. Right back at you, Mitch.
All the coaching, I really appreciate it all. I mean,
well, was that
all
your
those
first
scenarios
time
we
playing that Normandy game?
well, Michael and I played, I'll say, what, 4 or 5, maybe like 3 or 4 times. We did airdrop and kind of played. We played Epsom and we played. Yeah, so we played two scenarios, and then we did a couple airdrops, and we got a game going. So I had some opportunity to kind of experience and get some gameplay, flow going, which was much appreciated.
And I had played that game substantially when it had first come out 10, 12 years ago. So I had a lot of experience under my belt.
There you go. Why he played the Germans. Handle that huge task all by himself.
Yes, and you need, I'm sure, a suitable, how would you say, strong ego to put up with it.
You're a punching bag.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, they are wicked hard, stiff punching bag. My gosh. With sharp teeth.
What is the hex scale in that game?
1,200 meters.
Wow, that's like pretty tactical, actually. And how big is the map? Like is it just the beaches or is it like the whole?
No, it's a 6 by 6 feet approximately, and it's there's a cutout, of course, where you can kind of get in there between the Cotentin and the beaches. And it goes down south, the map actually goes a little south of Avranches, or however you say that. It's huge.
From west to east, what does it run from west to east? Like
well, basically the Avranches again, all the way over to, help me out, Michael.
A little bit east of Falaise. I'd say probably, I don't know. Probably about 10 miles east of Falaise, maybe.
And in the time scale,
You're cutting out on us, brother.
We can't hear you, Brendan.
Sorry. Does it cover time-wise like all the way through the Falaise Gap at the end of the battle, kind of thing?
Yeah, it goes through August 15th to the 20th. I know it goes through the 20th.
So it's like Invasion all the way through Cobra and Breakout kind of thing.
Yep, all the way till basically all the way almost up until the time they waltz into Paris.
Damn.
And we got a good chunk of it done. We made it technically to June 27th. So 3 weeks at 3 turns a day. So what, that's 72 turns?
Yeah.
That was not a bad pace. We did about 3 days a day, right? That's kind of what that worked out, I guess.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, some days went super quick, some days not so much.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh yeah. And then the emotional roller coaster too. It's just ugh.
Especially when the German army defeated the Allied Navy. Yes, that was great.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a weird one. But in the end, I don't think they had a big impact. But my goodness, yeah.
Well, it had a big impact on your morale. I mean, that was fun.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it was interesting also to see how lots to love in the game for sure in terms of mechanics. When you
how bad are the hedgerows?
Oh, they're horrific.
It's a -3 DRM to any combat in the defender's favor, which is the max you can have in any combat in the game is -3. The only way to advance into the hex is you have to kill all defenders in the hex. That's the only way to advance in the hex. Even if you push them out of it, it's the only way to get into it. So
you can get in there with the mech. You can get in with the mech move, though. That was an important thing to figure out.
After the fact, yeah.
Yep.
But just in terms of occupying the hacks immediately after combat, the only way to do it is, regardless of how many losses that you give them, or if you force a defender retreat, the only way to physically occupy the hex in advancing after combat is to kill all defenders. And if they have enough steps in there, say, like a battalion, you're never going to get that result. So it's pretty attritional.
I think you learn at a certain point, you just have to make these best attacks you can, and every once in a while you get a little success, and that's where you got to kind of jump on it. And you have to conserve your ammo. It's such a beautiful component of the game.
I mean, all in all, it forces both players on both sides to approach the game differently than what you would most other World War II games, particularly at that scale, for a couple different reasons. Like, the Germans, you basically, you get all these, like, I'm air quoting here. You can't see me, but I'm air quoting. You know, these, air quote cool toys, but you don't really attack much with them, right? And so that's kind of a paradigm shift. As the Americans, as the Allies, there's certain things that you need to do, and you need to realize that I have to take losses. If I'm going to win this game, I have to bleed and bleed a lot in order to actually achieve victory. And so it's, in some ways, it's kind of counterintuitive, and there's some paradigm shifts from a gamer mentality and approach. And if one can, change that mentality, get in the right approach and perspective on it, it's a really fun game. But if you struggle with that mental shift, regardless of what side that you're on, the game may not be very enjoyable.
Well said.
Cool.
Thanks for letting us go on a long tangent there. Well, we're getting back to events from about 130 years before.
There you go. Well, Robert just texted me. He's having some issues with Discord, so he will be joining us, I suppose, when he can.
Oh, you can try it on his phone if he's having trouble. That can work. I haven't had to use it.
Yeah, no, I've that's happened to me on a few occasions too. So it is what it is.
Do we want to go down to Coalition and start talking through?
Yep, we can start talking about our stuff there. So,
gentlemen, see you in a little bit.
All right.
Just to be, hey guys, Michael is the most incredible gamer I've ever played with. So if he's going to be on the French side, watch out.
Well, what side do we want to have him on?
Well, he talked about maybe taking the Polish on that, and that's cool.
Oh, the Polish. Okay, well, that'll work.
But who knows? I think the French need more help command-wise than we do. You know what I mean? Because they've got 15 commands a turn or whatever it is.
Yeah, and I think the Poles, I mean, let's see, they get reinforcements at 8 o'clock. So basically starting, we're at the 7:40 turn? Mm-hmm. So next turn, they'll start getting reinforcements. So yeah, that'll work out.
Speaking of the Poles, I had a couple of sort of mid-level questions for our team here.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Poles, Eric, you've got 3 Cossack regiments down skulking at the crossroads. They certainly can cause some delay for the Poles there, but they're actually at some risk of getting cut off. This might be the last turn where they could flip to road mode and hustle out of there if they want to clear out and remain part of the force.
Well, I don't know that they can do that. I mean,
they can
regroup. You're permitted to switch into road movement, so they could flip when we get regroup and hustle out to Artyomki and then up the goat track off the east. Because you can stay there and fight and you'll cause some fuss, but you're giving up 3 regiments, which is quite a force actually.
Right. All right, and then
they're probably better with a longer term view of remaining part of the force.
Yeah. Okay. That's certainly a possibility.
Because once the Poles arrive next turn, they're going to get adjacent to you one way or the other, and at that point, you probably will not be able to pull
No, I mean he would push me back presumably. So I'd put those guys down there with the idea being um, to prevent them from bringing artillery up in any fast way, because otherwise they're. I mean, if you look at where their core artillery is, it's it's slowly dragging itself across through the brush and whatnot. So my thinking was to, the Poles are the only one who's got any decent artillery that can get there quickly. And so I thought, well, leaving something there would be helpful to
That
stop
skirmish
that.
zone is kind of cool that you've got set up too. In the sense that, if he's going to he's have all those movement holds to get through there, it'll slow him down for a good chunk.
Yeah, I mean he's got light cavalry that he can bring in, but the light cavalry can't attack me, and I don't know. Some of it can go into skirmish mode, right? It looks like he's got 3 regiments that can also go into skirmish mode. So we can both skirmish against each other. And then he's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batteries that are part of the Polish Corps. So I thought to try to slow him down there. So that was
the
my
biggest
thinking.
thing is that in most games you don't actually see the major French right hook that they're doing here.
Right.
And so usually it's not an issue. Then that's a pretty good outpost. But the thing is, they have committed to a major push to the right, and so that little scout platoon out at the crossroads, they're gonna get swamped, and that's moderately substantial loss if they're just eventually killed, as opposed to being part of an integrated force further back.
Right. Okay, well, then that sounds fine. I think being on the trail is just one movement point each.
Like, it'll be 3 movement points to flip into road movement, but once you're in road movement, you should be able to clear out of there faster than they can catch up.
And remember, to get the road travel cost benefit of terrain, you have to be in road movement.
Correct.
There's no do that.
So, but here's my question, right? If I do I not have to go in the most expeditious way towards my leader?
But that would be the most expeditious way, is to get on that road and get there.
Luckily, the most expeditious way is way off to Artyomki,
right,
and then north to Mushino, and then north from there on the Goat Path back up, because they've blocked the direct path through Uchitsa village. So you're actually pulled in.
Okay, well, then that's what I will do.
I had a medium level note for Mitch, also
Super.
Kind of a fun one.
Okay.
I was just kind of slowly looking through the command arrangements for the Russians, and eventually I kind of wandered into looking really hard at the Russian Guard Corps, which is the Russian 5th Corps.
The white ones, or the infantry, or cavalry?
Well, see, that's the point. When I looked eventually really hard at the Russian 5th Corps, I believe it turns out the entire corps is commandable with a single CP, including all the cavalry, all the infantry, all the artillery, and that extra grenadier brigade. Because if you look at a combination of the white Russian command chart, which is in the scenario tab,
yes.
And then also if you look at
You're talking about Lavrov. You're talking about Lavrov.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
I think Lavrov, I think he activates everything underneath him, including those cuirassiers.
He does, yeah. Which is great. So like that's what a French corps usually does. Like if you activate Davout, you get all the infantry divisions and the cavalry brigades and the artillery. So Lavrov is the only Russian group that gets that. But you do.
Super. Okay.
So that means you can be, you can use the whole Guards Corps as a really excellent integrated force. You were already pretty well deployed for it, but it's just a really good thing to keep in mind.
I totally dig what you're saying. It gives me a lot of flexibility.
Yeah. And then that kind of leads to another thought, which is now kind of tactical operational, which is that we have, as of last turn, we scored that final really good artillery victory over the French 12 pounder, which was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And what that does is it begins to open up the opportunity for the whole Russian Sixth Corps to cooperate and begin. It doesn't need to rush it, but over the course of a couple to 3 hours, 5 to 10 turns, I think their goal is to eventually end up making an attack forward from Borodino village and forward from the Great Redoubt to take over the Green Valley that's just south of the of
Could I
Borodino village.
could I almost describe it as from our perspective, a little bit of a right hook from the Great Redoubt? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, or a left hook out of Borodino village.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And
oh, I see. You're talking about the Vionia or Voinia.
About
the
not
the Kalush. You're talking about the Voinia, the little stream there, right?
No, Kalacha.
Oh, yeah, okay, Kalacha. Okay, got it. Kind of where the French are right now. Got it.
Yes. And the thing is, you've got your 24th Division defending nicely in Borodino village.
Mm-hmm.
But the other half of that corps is the 7th Infantry Division.
Mm-hmm.
And because we didn't know what the outcome of the artillery duel was going to be, the 7th Division pulled back behind the Great Redoubt
into
a very defensive position. But what I'm thinking is that over the coming 2 to 4 turns, it actually wants to ooze its way back to the northwest.
You want me to move it? You want me to move it behind the artillery?
Exactly.
Okay, rather than a quick push across the middle.
That's right, because when the time comes, the time for that quick push across the middle will be basically you're going to ooze up behind the artillery, and they're all going to ooze forward slowly, just watching. And
at this point, can't we start marching our artillery forward a little bit?
Yes, absolutely, definitely.
Because they don't have the guns to respond now, and now we can start massacring their infantry.
Yes, and their short-range guns.
You're cutting out again, Brennan.
You can also, if they show up, you can knock out their medium artillery as well.
Uh-huh. Now, I'm assuming that this sort of action you're talking for the Sixth Corps or the Sixth, we'll call it whatever, the Sixth, is in concert with a push down south from you in both the Blue Cavalry and the Fourth Corps as well, right?
That's correct, exactly.
You're going to be coming out of Zacharina?
That's exactly right, because you're going to be pushing from east to west, from Great Redoubt towards Kalacha River, and I'm going to be pushing from north to south, from Zacharino down to Borodino village. And there's still a couple of turns of prep, but then this kind of device will probably, depending on what they do, will probably get into action.
Okay, so I'm just trying to think about Napoleon here a little bit. His thinking. I've been trying to reply to all my gameplay, and one of his maxims is don't hit them where they're strong. And so what I'm reading into your plan is we are hitting them where they are weak, and this is totally Napoleon-like.
Yes, exactly. Specifically, you have 2 divisions in the 6th Corps, and I have 2 divisions in my 4th Corps, so we have 4 infantry divisions. And they only have 2 infantry divisions, the 13th and 14th. So we're going to outnumber them 2 to 1, plus a massive heavy artillery advance.
Oh my God, I'm getting a little palpitation here going, this is awesome. If I had a tail and I was a dog, it'd be wagging.
That's so Now, one thing they're doing, we don't really know what their 8th Corps is planning. It's on the road behind the woods in the center. It's possible that it may try to push up and push into that green valley. But if they do that, all they're doing, they're just dumping more targets and more red meat in front of our meat grinder. So,
And they don't have the frontage to get another 2 or 3 divisions effectively fighting up on the front.
yes, number one,
There's only so much.
frontage. Number two,
Yeah.
we've already won the heavy artillery duel. So if they do it, they're actually just walking into trouble.
I learned a lot about frontage in that Battle for Normandy game. It's tricky to give, as the Americans and the Commonwealth just keep dumping American divisions into the battlefield. It's hard to give them the appropriate amount of space to say, okay, this is what you need, this is what you get, right? I learned a lot from playing that game. I've learned a lot from all these games that translate well.
Cool. All right, we
So
need to figure out commands.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Use one this turn, which I would use for my 4th Corps that I didn't need last turn.
On the I'll put it on the low priority. I would probably take one of 2 core activations, but if somebody else needed one, I could probably do a divisional activation, that kind of thing instead.
I'm going to need 2 division activations out here. So one for my Grenadier division and another one for the 3rd division, so I can get my defenses prepared. And then I would like to get, if at all possible, a command for Karpov, as opposed to risking him getting trapped, since he's got light cavalry that can now kind of come up and catch me. So I'm looking for...
Who's Karpov?
He's my Cossack leader out here on this side of the universe.
Oh, okay. He's on the eastern side of the map down there. Okay.
Yep. So
will you can you get any of that done under a core activation, or the both of
I
those
cannot.
divisions
They're too
outside
far away from migration.
Okay.
So their core leader is not active. So I'm going to need 3. I'm okay in the center for the moment, so I can forego anything out there. I'll take a core activation if I need to, but...
What's our random command event?
Oh, well, let's go ahead and roll our dice, shall we?
Yeah, go ahead. Maybe we can make a little note on what we're rolling.
All right, here we go. Russian command, 55. I have to find it in the little book here. Russian random command, 55. Reserve batteries released, 1 command point at the combined army leader level. So nothing any more exciting than that. So that would give us...
It gives us the 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our usual 6.
Okay.
So I only need 1, Eric. You can have 1 of mine.
Yeah, I feel like I'm largely in place, and what I can do, if I need to get that shift that infantry around, I can totally catch that part. I think I can. Can I pronate artillery? I might need. I guess I might need a core activation if I need to pronate all that artillery.
You will use Dakhturov core. He'll get your shit, and then you'll give
fine.
Eric your other ones. Eric can have 4.
That sounds good to me. That gives me plenty to work with. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to take Russian 6 and put it on Dakhturov.
And I'll take Russian 4 because I'm
because you're number 4. That makes it easy that way. All right. So I'll take 1, 2, and 3.
And frankly, I think it's in the best hands right now because you've got the most pressing needs, I feel like, over there, Eric, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
let's see. 1, 2, 3. You've got 4. We got 5. And then 6 is already taken. Okay. So let's move these down here.
You know, one of the systems, one of the things I love about this system is, you know, the first chit that can be pulled could be the artillery chit. You know what I mean? You just don't know. And we could get another solid blast at them before they regroup, which would be. But that does open up the possibility of a charge later in the turn.
Okay, so I got 15 for the right wing Cossacks and 4 for the Fourth Corps.
Nice. So they finally activated.
This time around, yep.
All right, and then
About
I've got
time.
a light cavalry leader. I've got Vasilkov.
Vasilchikov.
And nope, he's no dice.
So Brendan, did you see my new avatar on Discord?
Yeah, who is that?
I followed your advice. I had ChatGPT draw me as an artillery officer with the guards at this battle.
Awesome. I thought it was like
It gave me those
Burnside
wild
President.
eyes, and I'm like, thank you. That is so cool.
I think they lived in a time period 200 years ago when there was less awareness and a lot more animal spirits, you know?
Yeah. It was fun to
Well-
make that avatar using the open AI. That was fun.
Yeah,
to do.
you do look
Just,
pretty
you know, with the
wild
bird.
there with your hair all done up like that. I
Mhm,
thought
and
when I
eyes,
saw
too.
that it was that you'd found some Civil War general or somebody like that. You'd found a picture of somebody who looked like you, kind of a thing.
Nope. That's open AI.
Cool.
Cool times.
Indeed.
Oh, we had sort of an idea of making a bit of introducing some RPG elements to this thing, and you know, like adding our personality, you know, low level leader, and giving them some squad leader, like, you know, you do certain things, you can advance and so forth.
Oh, that would be interesting.
You know, just a little chrome, right?
This 3 players on the side commanding at the core or wing level, it's got a fair amount of RPG element to it. It's pretty
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah.
Mitch, last turn, did you mark off the ammo fully for all your artillery batteries? I think that central
think I
battery
did.
under you might have missed the mark off.
I think you're right. Oh, okay. I think I missed 2 of them. I see what you're saying. There we go.
So
And then Mitch, so go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No. I just had a question because we've got some skirmishers that are out in front of the readout. Can you fire over them, or is
We've been firing. We have not been firing over them. We fire.
okay sideways
Yeah,
or whatever?
we've got. Yep, we've got good angles out of there.
Okay.
Mitch, in terms of artillery, a couple of things. As you started doing last time, your 6th Corps has some really good medium artillery. It has 4 batteries, and they've begun creeping down that side ravine, right? It's the Stonets ravine. Their job is to creep forward down it and form up between your 24th Division General.
You're talking about the 2446 there that says regroup on
Yes, exactly. And there's one more just above them, a little further up the valley, but they're all creeping down. They're trying to get to slightly in front of that black nose. You have a battery on the black nose now, but you're trying to get all 3 of those new batteries creeping in onto the green part in front of the black nose, because when they're there, you can see that their fire path will totally dominate the green valley.
Totally. Talk to me about, like, are you talking about starting at the biggest bridge, kind of like by R24, or where are you thinking that they would line up?
South of that by 2 hexes. The hex numbers are 5426 and 5526. They're just off the wing of your battalion in line there.
Oh, okay, really, all the way down at Bordino Village. Got it.
All right, and
Yeah, like I'll click for you, right? It's here and here. You see
Yeah.
those two?
Yep, totally see
That's
what you're
where they're
talking
going.
about.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right,
the
and
commander, you go ahead.
so you were using Mu number 15 for your Cossack cavalry?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we have 7 maneuver points altogether. Are 6 plus the light cavalry that you rolled for.
Yes.
Okay, cool. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. I'll drop them in the bucket.
Right on.
Mitch,
Main room?
if you look at your 7th Division Commander, Kaptsevich, he's currently inside the Great Redoubt.
Yes.
He has a really good artillery rating of 3, so he's the guy you want commanding that battery down in the Green Valley in a turn or two.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because then he's gonna, all the French infantry that's down there, that's his prey.
Well, and also it makes sense because we're going to be slow rolling that infantry back around as well. So keeping them in command would make some sense.
Exactly. And they can kedge a while and then they'll rush.
Well,
They'll be surprised.
When I get the core activation, I think he can just move them all. Most of them are all in range at him, or a good chunk of them.
That's great. Yeah, very good. And you're going to want to move them back behind the artillery. Don't get them out in front of the heavies.
Absolutely. I got the long path. Mm-hmm. Any particular, can I leave them in, can I put them in column, or can I move them? How should I move them? Line?
Columns. Yeah, you usually move around in the back. You move around in column because it's faster, more compact, and you knocked out all of their long guns, so you can move in the backfield safely now.
Oh, that's right, because I don't have to worry about ricochet. Got it. Okay.
You got tagged a couple of times in the early turns because they still had their long guns, but now they've been suppressed. So now you're.
I thought it was a fair trade for me taking out their guns. You know what I mean? Fine. You know, you're shooting at my infantry and I'm blowing up your guns.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Anything else?
One thing that may happen is, so you're definitely going to prolong your heavy guns forward, both groups of them.
Mm-hmm.
Over the course of a turn or two, you may start beginning to get fire visibility down into the Green Valley, even from the heavies. Because as they creep forward towards the lip, eventually they'll get a line of sight that drops off and gives them a line of sight.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We'll have to look for those angles.
Yep.
All right.
So like at this point, you've knocked out their long gun, so now you're creeping forward to dominate that nose.
Yeah.
Anybody who stands there, your targets are there.
Part of me wants to say is we don't want to knock them out too quick because we want to pull our thing on them, and if we drive them back, of course, they'll be hard pressed to get back over the Vionia with all the stuff that they put over there. That would take them a lot of effort.
Psychology now.
Yes.
Hey, that's not an uncommon thing in these games. We've given them a little bit of a psychological. What's the word? They're going to be a little gun shy. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes. Yes.
Perhaps unnaturally so. All right, back to the main room then.
Yep.
All right.
It looks like Mitch has jumped into the French headquarters by mistake. Or maybe not by mistake. All right. Well, how else is life treating you?
I had knee surgery on Friday.
Oh, okay.
It was an old ski injury from 5 or 6 years ago, knee meniscus.
Right.
And it was like painful every step. It was
Oof.
clicking and stuff, but they did arthro and it came out really well. So there's still surgical swelling, but it's feeling really nice to have a knee that moves smoothly.
Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, I've got a lot of my friends do fencing or skiing, particularly the guys that do skiing. They tend to get their knees pretty badly banged up over the course of time. So that's not surprising that it's caught up with you too.
Not a question of if, it's just a question of when.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, with something like that, definitely. So, all right. Well, we will see which way they tack. They've got,
It's really interesting. Like they may push forward or they may get a little bit cautious. So it'll be interesting to see the second.
yeah, yeah. Well, and we'll see. We've got our little people set here. Let's see. Nordic Maelstrom is just saying, just when you thought it was safe to play La Bataille de Moscowa, a Maelstrom shows up. Hello to everyone. Hello, Nordic Maelstrom. Let's see. He says, I knocked my kneecap 5 inches to the side of my leg and chipped off a 1/4 inch of the bone when I was 17. Popped it back in place so many times I've lost count. That sounds painful. But that's the sort of thing that, yeah, either a motorcycle accident or football or something nasty. So, all right, Nordic, we need to find out details how you ended up destroying your knee at the tender age of 17. So, I've been very fortunate.
I accidentally jumped in the wrong ring.
Yes, we were commenting on that. We're like, oh, Mitch is spying on the French.
I did announce my presence.
I see. So they hushed up.
Oh, yeah. They told me to get out of there. I went, oh, God, I didn't even mean to be in there.
There you go. There you go.
I thought we were all in the lobby.
There we go. Nope. Yep. You missed it by just a smidgen there.
Yeah. 1 row.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that I joined them because I thought they were done. You know what I mean?
Oh. No, they are busy rolling for all their 5 million light cavalry. So Second Corps, who's Second Corps? Oh, that's Cavalry Corps. So
it's definitely been a fun and interesting early stage of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Completely agree.
A lot of we have some very interesting opportunities in the next 2 to 3 game hours. Eric is still busy hustling. It's probably there's always that early panic factor. Come on, make it done. But Mitch, you and I are starting to get settled, and so we're starting to see possible evolution and engagement possibility.
I'm starting to understand what I got better each turn too.
Yes.
Which has been helpful.
Mitch, there are a couple of interesting artillery elements with the Russian heavy artillery that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one that we talked about, obviously, is when the opportunity is there, which you've done, you want to deploy a wide crescent of your heavy artillery batteries against a narrow point zone of the enemy, because that gives you, so that's why you won the artillery duel.
Totally saw that. Yeah. 3 to 1. At the end, it was 3 to 1. Yeah, 3 to 1. It was
exactly.
terrible for him.
So the next thing, a next major important thing as we get into the mid game, sooner or later, the French other long range batteries, their 12 pounders, are going to crawl up and they're going to start to show up. And we need to create that same 3 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, our batteries on a wide zone converging against a narrow number of French 12 pounders every time they show their nose.
You've sold me on this tactic for sure.
Exactly. It's a very gradual one, but it's at Borodino of all of them is really important because we want that long range artillery advantage to continue tipping in our favor over the course of the game. So that's number one. Number two, we already talked about. Now because you've knocked out the long guns, you can begin to creep your heavy guns forward towards that nose over there. And at some point, as you get a little closer to the Calico Valley, your line of sight will clear up and you'll be able to drop shell down into it. So that's interesting. But there's another element of artillery over there that you want
And
to
if
be
things
aware
swing
of.
back, we just pronate back, you know what I mean? Or just put them under command and load them up and move them back. Yeah,
Exactly.
we remain
there,
flexible in what we can do.
exactly.
Leaving space to move.
There's interesting interplay between the long range of the medium artillery and the heavies. Like it's 9 range versus 12, and so you get to watch those range boundaries.
Let's see, we finally got the word from Nordic Maelstrom. He says, I was playing football. I went up to catch a pass and got hit in the air. And when I landed, my leg went one way and my kneecap went the other way. Ooh. All I heard was the snap, crack, and pop of the knee. And I sat up once I landed. I caught the pass, and my friend had this dumb look on his face. And then I looked down, and wham, absurd pain.
Teach him for playing sports.
Yes, exactly. And that's why I
That's why
encourage
we
people to
wargame.
do fencing instead. Yes, or wargaming. Yeah, yes. Oh, well, I got a wicked cramp, rolling dice once, so something like that.
If we were playing in person, we'd have tweezer injuries.
Oh, yes, we would. We'd have, carpal tunnel from all the tweezer movements. So
well, you got to get a pair of Simons. Then
there you go. There you go.
Those are great. I've been using the heck out of them.
The ones that Mike makes.
Yeah, those bent ones.
Yeah, I bought 2 of them from him last year. I brought them for the play at Dresden, and it worked really well because we had big stacks, and so it worked out really well to be able to kind of fetch stuff up off the map. So normally at home I don't have anything that's quite that wild that needs it, but there at Dresden it certainly came in handy. I was telling everybody it was like playing Operation when you were a kid, going down through the gap to pick up the stuff without making the little buzzer go off. Let's see. Nordic says, spent the next 4 hours with it dislocated. They sedated me and rolled me into the X-ray. And then the tech moved my leg. I shot up and out of the sedation and swung at him. Poor guy. Wet himself. Yeah, I can remember I broke my arm playing soccer in high school. And going to get the X-ray was the worst thing because they lay you down there on the table. I'm in my gym shorts and whatever else, and so it's freezing in there. And the guy's like, "Okay, we need to move your arm," and he grabs it, swings it around. I'm like, in pain. And okay, just stay still. Snap, snap. Take a couple of pictures. Okay, we got to move it over this way. That was the worst part. Actually, landing on it and breaking it wasn't as painful as the tech guy on the X-ray. Wheeling you around. So, all right. Well, enough of our injuries of the past. It's time to suffer new injuries and indignities here at Moscowa. So, tell us what you guys have got as far as your maneuver units, so we have some vague idea what's going to be happening out here on the map.
All right. Well, the right flank has their usual 3.
Okay.
One for the first corps, one for each cavalry corps.
Okay.
In the center, we've got the 3rd Corps has a maneuver unit, and the Sobier has a maneuver unit for his artillery.
Okay.
And then Bajol and my 3 light cavalry all rolled.
Right, they all passed. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
On that. And then on the left, there's a one on the 13th Division, one on the 14th Division, and one on the 8th Corps.
Okay. 13th and 14th. Okay. So I see those next to their leaders. Okay, cool. All right.
What's on the Russian side?
On the Russian side, up in the Great White North, I believe, who is that? Is that Platov? He finally passed his check. So the Cossacks up there will be poking around. Doktorov has got a maneuver unit there by the Great Redoubt. The 4th Division, or is it the 4th Corps under Tolstoy, has...
Or
Yeah, the 4th Corps has a activation there up there by Zakharino and Gorky. And then southeast of the Redoubt, the...
You want to okay? Want to ping that one just for a second there for me?
What, the 4th Corps?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're up here.
Okay, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Right.
All right,
And
then down here we've got one on, I think this is Raevsky's
what
7th
does
Corps.
Doktorov command?
Doktorov commands I'm not sure which corps it is. Mitch, do you know which corps Doktorov is with?
He essentially commands the 6th
The
Corps,
6th Corps, yeah.
which would be the let's see, the 24th and the would be the 7th divisions. And he also has some ADCs and so forth under his command.
Okay. Yep. All right. Cool.
Okay, and then we've got Raevsky's corps here is active. And then over on the far eastern edges of the map, the Grenadier Division has got a MOO. The 3rd Division has got a MOO, and then Karpov's cavalry has got a MOO. So that's where we're at.
Okay. Who does MOO 1? What's
MOO 1 is Raevsky's corps, and that is the 7th Corps.
7th Corps?
Yep.
I don't see a Ray.
He's
no.
right here. He's under MOO number 1. He's under the chit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he commands what?
He commands, there's 2 divisions of infantry. Let's see. He's got the 12th Division and the 26th Division.
12.
And they're all wearing black and yellow belts, but one's got white pants and one's got gray pants. I feel like I need to, make up a program like a baseball game. You can't tell who's who without the program.
Yep. Gotcha. All right. Okay.
All right. I think we've got everything all set.
Yeah. What was your roll on the?
We rolled a 55.
Is that anything special?
The only thing special was that we put in a call to the USS Enterprise, which is in orbit overhead, and Mr. Chekhov is going to try to drop a photon torpedo near the Shevardino Redoubt. That was the special result that we got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check off.
Yep.
Ours was a 22, which luckily it wasn't after 9 o'clock yet, because that would have been Murat's impetuous charge.
Oh, he'd have to, lead a charge against somebody or something?
Yep.
Okay, well, that's what the Moscow militia is there for.
Now, that's the units of the including Murat's charge.
I'm sure that'll come up again.
Does not return until charge launch. Murat must remain stagnant. Ignore this event if it's not in the back because of the leader in any event.
All right. Are we ready to pull a chit from the cup?
Only if he... I'm assuming that from the because it does say Murat generates a bonus MOO, but I would assume that would only be if that activated that event.
Yeah, it's basically to allow him to move that stack that he's with for the charge.
So
yeah. So Yeah, and I guess it's only if it's after the 9 a.m. turn. So we've got to wait another hour before you roll that one again. So, all right. Well, we're at the cup. Let's give it a good shake. And let's see what we come up with here. All right, I'm going to grab a chit. It is maneuver number 6. So Russian number 6 is the first one out of the gate. And the next one out of the gate is French number 8. So I don't know where French number 8 is.
Okay, that's Sobier's
Artillery? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So why don't you move that while David moves Doktorov's infantry and cannons and all that other fun stuff. And I'll watch you, Dave.
Dave.
Yeah.
Brendan?
Sorry, David.
Hey, Mitch.
Hey, just a quick question on this particular cannon right there.
Yeah.
Would it be better just to leave him back to 1 hex with the current arrangement like here? Or do you like, see what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You're cool for now. Yeah, you can leave him back there.
Okay. All right. Do I need to do anything with the 24th Division, or do you feel like it's in reasonable position as it stands?
The skirmish unit who is stuck out into the Green Valley, he's blocking the fire path of the battery behind him. So he could
This one
take
here.
a step forward, or yeah, that guy, or he could actually, he could run backwards, jump across the river, and just occupy the center of the village. That gets him out of the way, really.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can he remain in skirmish order, or do I need to take him in?
How many increments does he have?
He has lost his step, so he's probably got 4.
All right. So David,
He's going to occupy 2 hexes across the stream.
Just counting off.
Or you,
okay.
or you can flip into column. You can flip into a column in there or something. But skirmish is safer. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe 2. Yeah, like 2 hex skirmishing kind of thing.
I just don't want to get my leader on the same hex with a unit if I don't do anything.
Yeah, the leader could like move. You could put the skirmish battalion in these 2 hexes and leave the leader where he was.
Okay, I take that.
And then the other thing you want to look for in that 6 core group is bringing some of the artillery that was kind of randomly scattered. It's kind of trying to move downward into the fighting zone.
There we go. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's go. That's 1, right?
Yeah.
And then the drop down here is, how much is that?
So Dave, how
Plus
many
3.
guns are in the battery? Is it 3?
That's the end of that, right?
He can move anyone within 3 hexes of where he was, which is all that whole group of guns.
Oh, okay.
Except for this, I think this.
Should I unlimber him there?
I think
He
this
doesn't have
guy
movement
is
points
actually
available
part
to
of his artillery.
Okay.
He's also at risk, like where he's at the moment. That's actually risky. You could leave him back underneath the square.
Well, it says Copons artillery.
There you go.
So Copons is over
under the
here.
flag.
He's part of the 5th division of the 1st Corps. So that's who I think that's why it says there by his name, Copons.
All right, so that's part of his out of command artillery then. All right.
Well, or I think a lot of this stuff. So this is also guns that are part of the 2nd Corps, or
And
yeah,
then, Mitch, you
2nd
had
Division.
This leader, and
It doesn't matter. He can.
No.
command
But they start the game in that grand battery, but they're they're not.
Oh, he's part of. I'm sorry, he's part of free.
Yeah, he's part of
But
Freon,
I
but they all started there as part of the Grand Battery. That I guess what the Grand Battery of the Right. So
Right,
they're
okay.
they're where they're supposed to be, and they can stay with Sobier, or you can have them head back to wherever their divisional leader is.
Somewhere
So it's
I
up
had
to
a
you
light
what you want to
cavalry.
do.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, I
had a
left him
light
there for
cavalry.
you, but if you want me to move him back, let me
I
know.
wonder where he
Yeah,
went.
yeah.
Okay, I had a light cavalry unit that was, or light guns that were part of patrols, but I don't know where they are right at the moment. They were heading over towards them. They got lost in somewhere. Behind the lines
Easy
here.
enough to do.
Right. All
I'm
right.
gonna move out. I'm gonna get out of square with these guys and move a column. That costs me 1, right?
Yep.
All right, we got that one done. We can go back up to the cup and draw and see what's next. It is French Moo number 10. French Moo number 10. I don't know who that belongs to.
That's me. That's a little
Okay.
cavalry unit here.
Okay, there in the center.
Mhm. That's cute. Right now, let's just kind of here and here. That was a nice, easy one.
Is this the same thing, or is that supposed to be for somebody else?
Oh, there were 2 of them there.
Yeah,
Okay.
there were 2.
Right.
So that's why I was curious if it was just mislabeled. So
Yeah.
okay, well that's easy to take care of. We're on a roll. All right, it is the Cossacks up in the north. It's Moo number 15 for you, Brendan. And let's see who
Okay, I'll
else
work
we
on that.
get. And
Hey, Mitch, on moving the Cossacks, you're still moving your group 6.
French
Skirmish units,
French
which have been
11.
posted out front.
Yes.
They should climb north to be next to their leaders
Okay.
here.
So I think that's
because
this guy
they
here,
don't
David.
skirmish out there.
Yep.
Whoops.
Where do I want them to go?
Cavalry can ride over skirmishers, right?
Yes.
So my skirmishers.
I wouldn't
do
say
not.
that in front of them, but yes.
I mean, these guys don't impede these cavalry from coming through here and so forth. Okay.
All right. We have everybody's down in the trenches. The Mamelukes are looking very, very excited. They're with their red jackets, red pants. All right, next It is maneuver unit number 1. That's for the Russians, so that's me. So let's take a look and see what we want to do with our happy-go-lucky people here. We're going to go ahead and place these guys in square.
Mitch, you have this battalion here.
Oh, sorry. I
Who
missed him.
should, yeah, he should go over maybe,
I could stack him like here.
yeah, that's good, exactly. Very good, yeah. And this one also.
Oh, thanks for planning more of these.
And
Should I keep that
and you
ADC
can
with
leave
them, or?
ADCs, leave the ADCs behind because the ADCs are now going to be used for other stuff now that that group has joined up. It's a square or something. Stack them in a square is good.
All right, and 26th Division. Those guys are part of the 26th, 26th, 26th.
Mitch,
Okay.
where you can put units from the same regiment together. Like this is the Sofia, Bulgaria regiment. It's got one battalion here. You could put the other, you could stack those 2 battalions in the same regiment.
Okay. I got the Mo's together. And stack these together as well.
And then like this guy here, his other battalion is here. You could bring it out from under the cavalry leader and put it there. Yeah, and they could be in a square or something, you know. Or
I think I'm just gonna leave
column
him
is
call.
okay.
I'm just gonna leave him call
Yeah,
right now.
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, all right. That's it for them. Just rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. All right, back up to the cup. It is maneuver unit French number 6. French number 6.
That's you, Robert.
That's the 14th. Okay.
And
So-
let's draw another one, see what we've got. It is number 3. That's for me out on the east side of the map. That's the 3rd Division. So let's see what we can do here. All right. 3rd Division.
Oh, what else? Let's see.
Well, don't, okay. Keep your commander back there. Don't move him yet.
He needs to put all the other ones in. Oh no, wait, that one's from the 13th. I just
You would not, let's see. Where he started, where did he start?
he started back here.
All right.
I don't want him stacked with an infantry unit.
Yeah, you couldn't have moved him.
Why not?
Because
Because
he's out of command.
Oh yeah, he was here. Yeah,
Yeah.
he couldn't move. Okay. So he's stuck there then.
Hang on for
Now-
a minute, guys.
Can I
Hey, Keith, hang on just a second.
can I pivot these guys without drawing
That's
fire? That's the 13th.
Test, test. All right.
The watermill may block.
It may. We'll have to see which.
Well, let's see. These two haven't moved, so they were in within 3, so these guys could pull back 1.
Right.
Everybody else moved. And the guy in the windmill in this
Now, the guys in the
cultivated.
windmill, I'd keep the guy in the windmill.
So in the cultivated, I could pull him back too. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4,
And you
5, 6, 7. You could pull him back to there.
I'd take these out of square. Put them in the at least line.
They're not. Oh, from the readout. 1, 2, 3.
There are just, they don't need to be in square anymore.
No, they don't.
And in fact, you might want to consider moving again those guys out, because they've got this guy here's got a shot at them.
Oh yeah, they both are. Well, I'm kind of running out of room here.
I definitely like bigger stacks to shoot in, so please start stacking them up taller.
No problem.
Don't we all like big stacks?
Mhm.
I think there's a song about that somewhere.
Yep,
I like big stacks, and I don't lie.
yep. I like big something.
Yep.
Sir Mix-a-Lot or whatever his name was.
How about moving him
Yes.
back here?
I recommend France.
Moving back to France?
I think so.
No,
But they've come all this way.
they go to Moscow. These guys could go stack with these guys over here.
Clipping Vietnam right now. Love it. Gorgeous.
By the way, Eric,
Yes.
I was thinking after the fact, and I think the perfect soundtrack to Mitch's highly successful bombardment last week was "For Whom the Bell Tolls."
There you go. Ask
That's
not
a
for
little
whom the
telling.
bell
Get-
tolls. It tolls for thee.
Yep.
All right. I have finished
Yeah.
moving
And when
my
you're done with
little
that, probably
people.
want your commander about there or something like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I was just. Okay. And those guys are out of command.
All right.
They'd be
I'm
in
done with
command
number
next.
3. Let's grab another one from the bin. This is leader movement. Leader movement.
Leader movement.
So, any leaders who haven't moved around yet?
Thank you, Eric. You're the best.
Were you hoping that you would get that? So, yeah, you
Yes.
could get your guys in the right spot. Otherwise,
Exactly.
they are like marching through the woods.
So bad.
Hey, don't thank me. Thank the vassal gods.
No, I'm thanking you, Eric.
Okay. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
You're my buddy
Brennan,
that fights in the rain.
Yes.
Yeah.
do we need that? I'm not thinking we do necessarily. Do we need to kedge any of the guard in any particular direction, or are they good where they are?
The notable Russian guard kedging is the white cuirassiers, who are pretty far to the north.
Mhm.
They're going to kedge down toward their commander, who is named Borozdin, and he's next to the Great Redoubt, south end of it. you can see there's like a gap now behind the Great Redoubt. So it will
Right.
be nice when those white cuirassiers catch into here.
Okay.
They're from up.
And
They're from up.
and,
They're up
and you
here.
said and so Boars then would activate them?
Yeah, he's their leader.
Like they're gonna, it even says that, right? Like they're gonna
Okay.
pitch. And then there's a couple of guards guys who are still trickling back to where they belong. Their guard skirmishers are here,
Oh, right.
here. They're gonna track down to Beastrom, who's their brigade commander down like here. So that's here.
I have a rules
That's
question.
still recovering from the scatter of the early deployment.
Do you need them to deploy a little more south than where I have him right now?
No, it's all just fine.
Okay.
It's all just fine.
Rules question.
Sure.
So are leaders impacted by the skirmish modifier of an enemy skirmisher cavalry?
No, it's only
Just infantry.
Yeah, it's only
And
infantry
artillery?
and artillery. That's
Okay.
impacted by it.
Thank you.
Yeah. We just capture you instead.
So mean of you.
Well, it's the Cossack way.
Don't be so mean here.
You're sounding better, Rick.
I am better. Thank you.
I like the
Still have a
little
bad
meme that
cough.
you posted on Facebook with the
Which
you
one?
felt like the Federation ship that
Oh,
was
okay.
hull damage and 15% shields, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
The
classic. I'm
Enterprise.
gonna have to save that for the next time I get a serious cold. So
Yeah, it's tough stuff. I finally tested negative today, so I'll test it again tomorrow. We'll see. I am done with my leader movement.
cool. I've moved Kutuzov and the icon of Smolensk, so
So
Have
you had
some kind of far rear leaders trickling around here.
is the icon head towards the Moscow militia?
heading towards the Moscow militia. It's going to do its magic.
Instantly
it
turns
should-
them into grenadiers or
Yeah,
something.
it should do something like that. After all, these guys are superstitious and devout Russian Orthodox peasants. So I'm sure that they are going to respond favorably to the Moscow militia, to the
It
icon
improves
of
their
Smolensk.
any unit within 12 hexes improves their morale to what minus 12. What they were. I think they should be. That's nice.
Yeah,
And they
No,
fight like
it's-
guards. You have to kill them twice.
exactly. Oh yeah, you got to kill them twice.
Double
before
life. Yeah, they got
Yeah.
they got extra lives.
That's because they're resurrected.
Exactly. They're zombies.
Hey, Dave,
Yes.
should I leave one of the light brigades kind of behind instead of leave it more toward Eugene from the 3rd Corps? Like the 10th or 11th?
Go down to HQ a sec.
Okay.
So what do you guys think? Should I go ahead and attack in the middle?
In the middle of what?
Well, that's the question now, isn't it?
Yeah, the problem that the French have, and this is what we discovered, is it gets really congested.
Not when you send everything to the right.
Oh, okay. Just march off the edge of the map. 3 turns later, show up, somewhere else.
I hear it's warmer in Smolensk.
There you go.
Or
Well, I think that's what you and I'm gonna mispronounce your name wrong again, Brendan. Have said multiple times that you need to set up in waves and try
Yep.
not to go everything at the same time. And
Yep. Send in a division, let it get shot up, beat up the other guy's stuff, then send in the next division. So,
which you did good in the Dresden doing
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. That worked really well, and I was surprised. That was the first time I played the Austrians at Dresden, so I was pleased with how well they did, all things considered.
Yeah.
So,
Did I surprise you by blowing those bridges?
you know, I wasn't expecting you to blow both bridges, but I understand why you did, because
doing
you
too
didn't
good,
have.
I had to.
Yeah, I was doing too good, so you had to dynamite the bridges.
I had to.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
And
if I had an extra order or two, but no.
it all worked out. I think everyone had a good time. I know.
Yeah,
Warren
they
said
did.
he enjoyed it, and David did too. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
half the battle.
Yeah,
making
for sure.
making sure everybody enjoys the activity. Do we still have leaders moving around?
I've got a few trickling
Oh, okay.
around. My guys started so far in depth that like I have to catch them all.
Yeah, I think the French, that's what they're talking about.
Oh,
One
okay.
of the guys. And the French are back.
Leaders. I was doing. So I don't need there. Those are done. Those are done. Is there any other leader there? Nope.
I wouldn't mind doing Waterloo again next year, but that's me.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that one again. I think that is a perennial classic.
For me, the mud kind of just makes it not as much fun as other games.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Kind of
Nordic
fun with the
Maelstrom
council.
says, let's see, how well does La Bataille play solo? It's okay.
Great.
I think if you play with Regs or with Marie Louise with the chit pull, it adds some variety to it, and so it plays pretty well solo.
Yeah.
Let's see. He says, I just finished prepping Napoleon from GMT, going to play that after a couple of battles of flying colors. And then he says, always keep a regiment back for support for each brigade. Always at least a brigade in support for each division. Always keep a division in support for each corps. General rule of thumb. That way you always have support and fresh troops waiting to change the battle. Yep, that's all good advice.
Yeah, I just send it all in.
Unless you're Rick, in which it's just throw a bunch of stuff in. Just keep throwing stuff in. Yeah.
Half of it's out of command. It's okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
Eric,
Yeah.
Zulu Dawn up here.
Yes,
did they
Zulu
announce-
Dawn, indeed.
That's... did they announce Tempe for next year? What the
They
dates are?
did. It's going to be the same week in July.
July 11th.
You didn't
Yes.
give him an offer he couldn't refuse?
Well,
I think we could do
I
mixed
think
chit.
I think it's the last. Yeah, we need to pull
Yeah.
the chit if all the leader stuff is done.
Yep.
Okay, let's grab another one. It is French 4, chit number 4. I don't know
that's the
who's
8th.
got chit number 4.
That's me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has one more year before he has to renew the contract, right?
Yeah. So so we'll see where he's at. All right, and then we got French number 9. French
Say
9.
more about what you were talking about there. What are you talking about? All right. Contact, renew, lease, or whatever.
So where's French number 9?
Joel.
Oh, okay, Pujol. Okay. Oh, he's just doing his little dance.
Yeah.
Little light cavalry dance.
I mean, the hotel loves him because it brings in a lot of people in the off season.
Yep.
Talking to the hotel employees and stuff. So
And they know how
I'd
to
be
take care of it,
surprised.
which is nice.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if it was a worse deal. But
So,
I
did you
thought it was-
delete your moo marker, Robert?
Not for move 6. No, it's still sitting there. Move 9. I'll put it next to 6.
All right. 6. Nope.
Or I'm sorry, 4. 9. That's. I got to put my glasses on. Hold on.
I
All
just
right.
stick them up on
It's
the move on the cup.
Russian
The
Moo
bottom
number
part.
2. That is my Grenadier division down here. Let's see what else we've got in the cup. Oh, and then it's my Cossacks. Okay, well, I'll just move my 2. And then it's French number 5. I don't know where number 5 is, but...
That's Robert's.
Okay, well,
last
this will
one. He's
work.
still working on.
We're on
yeah, he's
other
working.
sides of the field here. All right, so we're going to go 1, 2 to change into road, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we'll take him out of road 8. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll get those guys over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Oh, there's a unit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get them all back here. All right, and chit number 5 is Karpov. Do. So.
I fire. Oh, sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you're going to fire in a second because I'm going to pull back. But before I do, I'm going to move some other people around. So that's going to be 4, 8.
Robert,
Sounds like a little bit of bloodlust.
So
little
you,
more
need
to
to,
your
you need
left.
to move this guy to the next
A little more to
nearest
the
unit.
left?
Yeah.
Like here?
Yeah.
So Gerard needs to relocate.
Can it be any unit or?
It's going to be to the closest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the closest unit. So he would go there.
Rude.
Yeah. Well, I've got to do my little Cossacky thing there.
I'm gonna do it to you now.
I know. That's
rude.
That's the joy of being a Cossack.
Those
All
are
right.
all
So then 2. So 4, 8, 12, 16. Gets him there. All right. This guy's disordered. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, he's half because he's disordered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3. All right. Well,
so the 24th is only made up of this light stuff. That's it.
all right. Okay. So take a parting shot as he pulls out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Is this harassment fire?
10.
That's your
It's
reserve
just
division.
it's just an opportunity fire
Opportunity.
as I pull out. So it's going to be a 1-to-1 shot.
Multiple or just one?
Just one. Because this is 8 and 8 is 16 to 14.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
it's just a
Got
1-to-1
it.
shot.
And it's had for opportunity
Yeah, it's
fire?
half, so it's a 1-to-2 shot, I guess. Well,
62.
That's pretty close. Is it enough?
Shoot you in the back.
At 1-to-2. Hey, it's enough for a hit. That's 62.
Mm.
All right. Yeah, shoot me in the back indeed. All right.
Robert,
Let me
you're
make a morale check.
for
And we're happy as well.
24th Division.
So 1,
is
2,
pretty
3,
elite
4, 5,
defense.
6, 7,
A lot of those
8,
guys have
9.
×4 multiplier.
And then we can go
Well,
here.
wait, I can't. But what?
And that's going to be
The
another.
Westphalian 8th Corps.
Let's go down to the gamer one.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to
Alright,
move Mr. Karpov right here. Bingo. Right, he's within a range of 5, so. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here is good. Okay.
Gerard challenges you to a duel.
Yeah, we could do that. Morand versus Karpov.
Sure.
I would
Hey, where's your
I would
pistol?
take the Cossack in personal combat. You know, the French generals were okay, but probably not that good. Probably not that good there.
Would you say
You
that's
don't think
true with
they-
the old guard commanders?
Yeah. I mean, most of the French, the generals at this point, the last time that they were like fighting was probably back in Italy. You know, and so most of these generals haven't done much. But if you're a Cossack, come on, you're every other day just walking down to get breakfast is fighting with a sword.
You were born fighting as a Cossack.
Yeah. All right. So that takes care of that. And I guess Robert's moving number 5. So now we can go to recall. So it's going to be the regroup chit for everybody. So
Get on.
Yeah, we're on it indeed. So I've got this little Cossack here. I'm going to regroup him. So it's going to be 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is going to get him over here. Yeah, and he's not adjacent to anybody. And then the guys that are down here, they're going to go into road. So that's going to be 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Gets them over here. All right, let's flip them. And we need a formation extended line. All right, and let's see, that's going to be 4. Well, let's move him last. This guy is going to go. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 gets him there. All right, and what can we do with the other guy? It's going to be 4, 7. That was 3. Okay, that would be okay. So four, and then 3. So 7, and that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 gets him over here.
For brush. I think it's 12, right? 12 stacking. No, brush is still 18.
Yep.
Or any one regiment.
Yes.
So he can move there. All right. Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. I've got some Jaegers that need to move. So they're going to be over there. All right. Those guys are okay where they're at. This guy's going to move here. Now he's within command. And I got some guns that need to move. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3.
I think I'm done moving all my out of command units.
Hey, Brandon, quick question. Lavrov needs to stay within how many hexes of he has to stay within 10 of Dakturov?
Is he a corps commander or an army commander?
Yeah, he's a corps commander underneath.
So the army commanders are 10 or 15, and then the corps commanders, you want to stay within 6 of your corps commander, and then the divisions are 3.
Yeah, we got this wing stuff though.
Yeah. So I don't know if the wings are classified as corps or army. Eric should know though.
So the wings are just an extension of your army commander. So they've got a range of 10 to their corps commander.
Okay, so Dakturov is a wing commander. So Dakturov to a corps commander can be 10, right?
Well, he is also the corps commander.
Well, I know, but to Lavrov.
Yes.
Or does he have to stay within 10 of Barclay, or can he have his choice? Can he stay within a wing or an army?
Well, Barclay's here in the Great Redoubt, right?
Yeah.
So Lavrov is
Yeah,
okay, right, and Dakturov is okay. So they're all fine just under Barclay's tutelage. But yes, if you were going to be sending, Lavrov somewhere else, then yeah, you would do that too.
So he would be 10 from Lavrov to Barclay would be 10, and then 10 from there to something else, or 6.
So it would be from Barclay to Dakturov 10, and then from Dakturov to but I don't think that Lavrov is under Dakturov's wing. So Dakturov is the center wing.
Lavrov is independent.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's immaterial.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
Mirodorovich that's got it has got Bagavoo and Tolstoy in his wing, right? So Mirodorovich can extend Barclay's range to reach Bagavoo and Tolstoy. So that's how
Which
that
in
works.
fact he's doing. Miloradovich is about 8 or 10 hexes north of Barclay.
Right. So it's the magic of a wing commander.
And for the rest of you guys, once you're done moving your AMs, it's the regroup chip.
Yeah, so we have the regroup chit for what it's worth, guys.
Okay, thanks, Eric.
Okay. So we move our. Okay. So I got stuff to move with that.
So if you were kedging, time to kedge.
Or people who are out of command, right?
Yeah.
Yes, people that are out of command would be moving.
May.
Okay. This here.
All right. Well, we've got 4 viewers, 7 likes. So we are competing with the Olympics. This is Olympic counter pushing.
1, 2. Oh, it has to be straight line.
As straight as it can.
Like going through a swamp kind of straight line.
Well,
you
for
can go
regroup?
around swamps.
You can,
You have
yeah,
to be
you can-
practical with it.
you can go around obstacles, so you can.
We don't want to get our shoes wet. So 1, 2,
The criteria is the fastest way, I think, really.
3, 4, 5, 6. They would have to stop right here within 3, right?
Yeah, once they get within range of their leader, they stop.
I don't know if it's the fastest way. I thought it's the most direct way.
And what formation are they in?
So they are in column. Or if they're moving through general order terrain, they are in general order terrain. Or they can be in road.
But if they're in general, don't they have to stop?
Yes, if they're in general order, they have to stop. Every hex so they move into one hex, they have to stop.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Okay, so they stay there, and then their out of command will come off.
But it says here they must cease. They can't move adjacent to enemy units. They must move in as direct a fashion to their leader as possible. Where possible, they will move in a straight line. So that is the sort of the guidance there under 8.9.2.1 for the regroup chit.
I have to send that to my lawyer. And then get it.
Let's see. Grim Harbinger says, how goes the battle? It looks like the Russians are putting up a much bigger fight for Borodino than historically. Yeah, I guess so. And the fact that we're holding it, that's something.
We had some timely shooting about that proposition.
Let's see. Nordic Maelstrom says, I'd rather watch you all push counters than the Olympics. Well, there you go. And you probably aren't going to have to put up with as many commercials either. Although I think the way YouTube does it with the live stream is occasionally it's throwing in a commercial or something. So at least that's what somebody told me who was watching one of these. Suddenly, partway through our transmission, a commercial popped up on YouTube.
What are you advertising for?
What am I advertising? Let's see. Well, given the general disposition of the gentlemen who are watching this, I'm sure it's Preparation H and multivitamins and what else? Orthopedic shoes.
Russian brides.
certain Canadian whiskey.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
We should.
Our favorite Canadian whiskey.
Yeah. What's it called? Creek.
I want to say, what is it? 40 Creek.
40 Creek.
40 Creek. That's what we're advertising. I wish I could get. Nordic Maelstrom says, I'm only 40, Eric. So not that old. Okay. Well, you are skewing my audience younger, Nordic Maelstrom. So.
Like
Yeah, no, 40
2 standard
Creek would be
deviation.
good. I'd like it if they would sponsor our channel and send us all bottles.
Free. Yeah.
Yeah,
and maybe
free
some
bottle.
like
Yeah.
team jerseys.
Oh, yes. Of course, we would have to be drinking their product while we were playing it. So that would certainly take the. We would
Say that
probably.
again.
Yeah,
Say
exactly.
it loud.
Yeah.
Let the algorithms figure it out.
Exactly. Here we go.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know. I mean, out in where you guys are, is there a Bevmo or something like that, or something equivalent?
No, we have just independent little liquor stores.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah, here in Southern California, we've got something called Bevmo, and it's just like, imagine a Walmart but with liquor.
Oh,
And junk food.
it's wild place. Yeah.
Chips,
We go walk around and look at the stuff.
popcorn.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
I do appreciate it though. I mean, I can go there and get some sangria or something. It's good. They have everything.
There's that YouTube channel called Drunk History.
Yes.
Have you ever watched that?
We
That
could
one's
have
pretty
instead
funny.
drunk war games.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do about 4 or 5 shots and then try to explain the rest.
There were a lot of charges in that game.
There you go.
Okay, let's see. I think I've finished with the kedging stuff. So, okay.
Are you done, David?
Not quite.
I have
Are
a
the
fair
Russians
amount of
done?
catching going on because my guys were so
Okay.
far back to start.
No worries.
Yeah, it's just a huge big blob of blue jacketed people out there.
Clipping Vietnam victory games with GMT's redo. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to play this forever.
Oh, yeah, I saw the components of that are really nice.
Oh, they're just gorgeous. They're thick. It's awesome. They're gorgeous.
Which game is that, Mitch?
It was originally Victory Games. Their game Vietnam 1965 to 75. And GMT, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago? I think 3 years ago they re-released it and upgraded graphics, but they kept the mechanics the same and the game the same. So it's just like a better version of the original. I'm really stoked.
Let's see. Nordic
I
Maelstrom says.
think we have that game.
Which one is that? What's the title?
Victory game? Vietnam.
Vietnam 1965 to 75. It's designed by. Where's the box?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
think
we've
we
got
did.
that one.
It was just a kid. It was just a kid who designed it for BG back in the day. Nick Karp. I think it's his only design.
That's a really fun, very authentic game. It takes a long time, but it's really, really interesting. You got to play Hendrix and Woodstock in the background while you play.
Absolutely. Yep.
How do you get the smell of napalm though in the room? I mean,
There you go.
Maybe a little.
Well,
I don't have any idea what napalm smells like. To be clear.
Bob, you flick your Ronson, dude.
There you go.
Gotta have a Playboy out.
There you go.
They don't even make those anymore. Right?
What, Playboys?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't be
Like-
surprised. I don't know. I mean, at this point, you can find anything you want online, I suppose. So
Yeah.
let's
What is
see.
that? White paper?
Nordic Maelstrom says, "Hey, I do have a question for you guys and the other guys. How old were you when you first got interested in the Napoleonic Wars?" So I know that
Had my 9th birthday at the Borodino battlefield. That
Yeah.
was 1970.
Yeah, I was 8 years old when we visited Paris and we visited Napoleon's tomb in L'Invalade. So that was the first. Obviously, not an expert by any stretch of the imagination at the time, but definitely first got interested in that time period. And there was a model soldier shop down in Laguna Beach, and so I would go down there, save my money, and go buy Napoleonic figures. So that's my story. So I've been poking around with, at least interested in the time period for a long time. 50 years now. 50 years come August. So what about you, Robert?
I'm thinking about it. I don't think I really became that interested until we started playing those games.
Yeah, so that would have been mid 80s then.
Mid 80s, and then I remember you had bought it, so then I got it. It was Chandler's book.
Yep.
And that was, great to read a couple of times through. And so I think since then I've, bought books on and off, and then been playing these games.
Yeah. So that would have put us, that would have been high school.
High school.
Yeah, when we first started playing La Bataille.
Yeah. Though we never really played games like that at high school in our game club.
No, we were.
That wouldn't have gone over very well.
No, it was probably a little. I mean, there was a lot of D&D. A lot of the kids were all playing D&D, and
Car Wars. Do you remember Car Wars?
oh yeah,
Oh, Car Wars is
Nuclear
great.
War. We would fly the B-17 at lunch. We played Ogre and GEV.
Yeah,
What was
those
that
Steve
other
Jackson
card
games
game?
were
I love Steve Jackson games. He was
Illuminati.
great design.
That was a
Illuminati.
great card game. That was so much fun.
Melee and Wizard were probably my
I'm
first two
done with
games I ever
regroup.
played.
Okay, are we all done regrouping?
Think
I'm
so.
still moving a bunch of
Oh,
stuff because
okay.
I have all my stuff's in the backfield. But you guys can
No
get
worries.
some more
We'll go
checks.
and we'll grab one and see what we get since you don't have anything else. All right, it is French Moo number 3,
All right, that's
followed by reinforcements, which there are no reinforcements. So Moo number 3, is that your stuff, Rick?
That's me. Yeah.
Okay.
So my calf.
Okay.
Hey, Brennan.
Yeah.
That would be 3 is non-Sati.
I've got a
Nine
question
thousand.
for you. Since you've been to the actual battlefield of Borodino, is there any truth to the story about the field commander in the Battle of Borodino in 1941 rolling up there and then
Rick,
signing
let's go
the
to
guest
game room
book
1.
at the museum? Is there any truth to that story?
I have not.
All right.
All right.
Let's see. This is, where is he at?
Number 3.
Salte.
Nasute. So he is the
Nasute.
1st Corps.
Yeah, so he has all the light cab, some guys.
Yep, so he's got Jacquinot, and then he's got
Pierre,
and then he's got
Nowinski.
the 1st Heavy and the 5th Heavy.
Yep.
Yep.
So all these guys down in here. Okay.
Okay.
I will. Those guys are a different group, which makes me sad. So stacking 12, 18. I'd have to roll every time I go through there. And when I roll overstacking, is it just the unit that's overstacking, or do I roll for every unit in the stack?
You roll for the whole for the whole hex.
So
Right.
I roll for the hex.
Yeah. And then if you're overstacked, then you've got to, stuff is going to disorder, depending on what happens.
These guys generally.
So what, did stuff get pulled out of order?
No, I just had some order changes.
Okay.
Given to me by the commander in chief.
Okay.
Do as I say, not as I do. Let's see. All right. How much does a swamp cost for cavalry? 4? Let's look.
No. Because brush is 4. So the swamp is like
nasty.
Something
Let's see.
More serious.
7.
7, yeah.
That kind of sucks. 1, 2, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Things I do for love. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna move Pierre. His stack.
Where's he at?
What's the stacking in? He's under Briar. He's under him. What is the stacking for?
Swamp? Here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's find
Swamp stacking. Cavalry. Marsh is 10. 1 regiment.
No.
Or 10 in general order. Is that right? Cavalry, Marsh.
Yeah, it says 10 in general order. Any 1 battalion. Oh,
well, mine says 1 regiment.
Yeah, 1 regiment or 10 general order.
Okay. And I automatically form it general order when I come out. When I go in, and then I have to pay to go in a new formation when I come out, right?
Correct.
1, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3 to change formation.
I don't even know where you're at. So where are you?
I haven't moved anything. I'm just counting my head coming out of Marsh.
So he's here.
Yeah.
So which way is he going?
South.
Okay. So he's going here. So that's going to be 1. That's going to be then 8.
Yeah.
And then that's
3,
going to be
right?
another 4. Right? Because he's
4?
got to go. Well, he goes in. The hex costs 1, and then the formation change costs 3. So you're at 12. And you're right here.
That's really exciting. Well, I can change into road.
Yeah.
And then move down the road for
you'd have
hexes, basically.
Yeah, you'd have 2 movement points left in theory. Yeah, because they're 14.
Yeah. Oh, you moved. I was going to try and come down there and trap you. You're so rude.
Oh, thank you.
Why are you like outguessing me constantly? Am I that simple in what I'm trying to do? This is making me sad. Making me sad. Every time I get ready to do something, you counter it. It's not fun, Eric. Not fun. Okay, well, now Napoleon can just take it. All right, I'm going to change formation into road. All right, I'm going to start with the lead unit.
Okay.
Which will be Jacques, whatever. Jacques Winot. And he's going to go into road movement and start moving down the road.
Okay, so that's
3, 4, 5, 6. Change back into line.
So that's going to be
6,
9.
9.
Yep.
10, 11, 12. Just put them there. I don't know what I'm doing with them. Next guy's going to do the same thing.
Okay.
Put him there. And then the next guy is going to basically do the same thing. 1 forward, change to road. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Come out. 10.
Mhm.
11, 12, and I'll just get up behind those guys.
Yep.
So this guy's going to basically run down there, end up there.
Cool.
And the next guy's going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this guy, I'm going to leave him there. I'm going to do that. Let me change all these formation. Uh-oh, what just happened?
They just moved slightly.
Hold on. Oh, that's okay. Whew.
Yeah, they just
I
just
moved it to the
offset
right.
slightly. Yeah.
All right. This guy's there. Germain. Let me move him out. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9.
And they're going to be in road column.
These guys are going to be in road column still. Yeah.
So you'd have
so I'm gonna have to
one with the
extend them
tail
out.
there, one's there, and its tail
And
is
one
there.
with the tail there.
Yeah.
Let's see how to avoid that. This guy is going to come up to there. Part of that group. Damn. I don't know where to put the leader yet. So I'll just leave him there. And then I'm going over here to Valencia.
Yep.
Valence. Or do I have to finish moving my leader first since he's part of that group?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you should finish moving him.
Yeah, okay. Let me do that then.
Because in theory, we're supposed to move by brigade or by division.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I guess. Put him there. And then Briar, first corps. I don't know where to put him.
So he needs to be he's the division leader, so he needs to be within 3 of Jacquinot, Pierre, and Nyenski. So he needs to be up here with the light cavalry.
Yeah, so maybe right there. 1, 2, 1,
Yeah.
2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right.
And then you need to move Valence, and then you finally move Nansouté.
All right. These guys are gonna go. Oh my god. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Downhill. I feel like that costs something.
Downhill for the cavalry is +1.
+1. Okay. So
oh, actually, no. Downslope is
5,
+2.
6, 7, 8.
It's +2.
8, 9, 10, 11. To get to there. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll just keep them there. 4, 8, 5, 10.
Yeah.
5, 10. And then this guy will move to there. She'll put these guys. Should I do it in a way that doesn't get them out of command?
So remember, Valence and Saint-Germain they need to be within range of Nansouté.
Yeah, and he has a range of 6, right?
Yes, because he is a core leader.
Right. One, 2, 3. All right, so I guess I have to move Nansouté now.
Yep.
And then let's see. So he has to be within 6 of everybody. 4, 5. I think he's within 6 right there.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
because
think he's good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. Yep. Everybody's in command.
Okay, I think we're done. Oh, wait, no, I got these. Oh, no, those guys were out of command, so that's why they can't move now, because I already moved them. So I think we're done.
Okay, cool.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. We aim to please.
I know you do. Hey, I'm just saying we had a blast at Concept. It was so much fun.
I agree. It was a hoot. It was a
great.
hoot.
Yeah, it's just great.
All right, let's go back up to the lobby.
Yeah.
All right. Are we on to another chit, or where are we at? Well, we have reinforcements.
I think I'm pretty much done with. I think I'm done with my long regroups.
Okay. And there's no reinforcements. There'll be reinforcements next turn, Mike. You will have Piatowski coming on board.
Looking forward to it.
Yep. All right. So it's French number 2. I think that's your other command, Rick. Your cavalry.
Yeah,
all right. Let's go back to the game room 1.
All right. Yeah, you should have told him to pull another one.
Yeah. Yeah, because we should. I'll just pop up there real quick.
Yeah.
Hey guys, go ahead and pull another chit.
Well, we got to let this play out now first, and then we can.
Oh, okay.
Then it's going to be some artillery blast.
Oh, okay. I guess it's the artillery chit came up.
Have fun.
Yeah.
So this is just one. That thing doesn't cost anything. The river thing.
The little dry stream. No, I don't think
Yeah.
the dry stream. It's nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, the only ones that are a problem are the Voina and then the Kalacha.
Okay.
All the rest of them have just little things there.
Okay, so I go 1, 2, 4, 6, 10.
10, yeah.
This guy's gonna do the same thing. Oh my God! Stop it. This guy's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this guy. There. And then this is, what's his name?
Latour Malberg, right?
Yeah. So he's just going to stack up here. I mean, they're all going to stack up there. I moved them all now, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Although, I guess in theory, Marat is not part of a Mu. So he would move during the leader chit phase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I'll do that next time.
Yeah. All right.
But his stuff still stays activated as normal, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's as long as it's within 10 of him, it stays active. So it doesn't have to. I mean, I'll double check the rules, but generally speaking, he should have the. If he's an army leader, but I don't know. There might be something particular. So maybe he does have to
But
stay stacked with them.
Yeah, I don't know. And then with the core leader, though, like the first core, I move him when I move all the divisions, right? When that core is
Yeah,
activated.
because the whole core is active, right?
Okay.
But
So it's just
Marat is not a core
Marat.
leader. Yeah, he's something separate.
Okay.
So we just have to read the rule for him and see when he
Okay.
what his story is.
I'll check it out
So-
tonight. Okay. Cool. I'm done.
Well, let's see. Oh, we got some young people here. Grim Harbinger has just turned 31. We got some young people watching this. That's
Wow.
encouraging. It's
It
not just a
is.
bunch of old people playing the game here. Let's see. Grim Harbinger says, likewise, I love the period since my school days with my ability, knowledge on the subject, and annoy my history teacher. Let's see. He says, given I turned 31 9 days ago, I will hopefully keep going with my Napoleonic love for a while yet. Jason Henke says, Sid Meier's old games drew me in first, I think, the War and Peace novel and shows. Vietnam was the first game that blew my brain at 10 when I got it per request for my birthday, my first monster game. And Nordic Maelstrom says, happy late birthday, Grim. Cool.
Nice. Yeah, I got into Napoleonics, I think, at SSI, working on the first one of the computer games.
Oh, yeah, that
And
would do
then
it.
we did a lot of miniatures as well. The CEOs into miniatures. And then, of course, watching Waterloo, I was like, oh, this is pretty fabulous.
Yeah, that is such a good movie. Such a hoot.
Yeah,
So.
just that cavalry charge at the time was like, oh my God. I got to play this. All right, we'll jump up.
Okay, cool.
Hello, everyone.
All right, we're back. We are back. Back for more trouble.
All right. What are we at? Okay, artillery.
Yep, artillery. Time for guns. The guns of August. Well, guns of September.
Highly effective Russian guns is what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't have any guns left to shoot. Wonder who caused that.
It's okay.
And I don't have any guns to shoot at this time.
But you said we can limber stuff during this phase?
No,
No.
you during the regroup.
I think it was during the regroup you could do that. So go ahead. I forgot.
Oh.
I gave you wrong information there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I was going to try to limber these two guys over here.
Okay, go ahead and roll your
So-
dice. See what you get.
So let's see. So for these guys here,
You got
Control
2
V will
units.
tell you.
no, 5.
1 through 5.
What is it for? I got to look it up. What is
The
it?
top one is 1 through 5.
Okay.
Right, because it's artillery. It's horse guns, right?
And the Control V will tell you. So
Yeah.
Control
the
V.
bottom one's 1 through 4.
Control V does nothing. What do you mean?
Control V
V as in
Oh.
is in
Victor.
Victor.
Oh, I see.
That's a pretty cool feature. I didn't know that.
Didn't know about that.
Nice.
Okay, so 1
Yeah, so
through
the
4.
bottom one is a 1 through 4, yeah. That's 6.
No.
All right. So move the first one, I guess. So actually, technically, you should move it before you roll for the other gun.
Oh, but if it's in the regroup phase, he wouldn't move, right?
He's just going to stay where he's at. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, but the other guy would move to where's his?
Well, he's in command now. The divisional commander moved.
Yeah,
He was
it's
out
right
of command
there.
at the beginning.
He's in command at that spot. So
Oh, I see. Okay.
So during the movement phase for the 14th, he moved within the command range of those.
Okay.
he was out of command at the time of the moving. So he would just stay in that spot, right? Would he move to the bottom of the stack?
Wait.
Well,
what-
I
I'm
don't know how
confused on
you
what you're
had.
asking.
How did you have a stack there anyway? Because the stacking limit is 3. So how did you have 4 guns there? And this guy's got 4 guns too, right? So you can only have.
No, that one doesn't. This one stack only has 3.
Oh, okay. But this one, I don't know. Is it a 2 or is it also a 1?
I think it's a 1 as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's why. That's
Yeah.
how.
Yeah. So
So during the regroup phase, you were out of command,
Right.
is what you're saying, right? And so where were you going to move then before that leader moves? Assume he's back in his other, wherever he was. Because you have to
So-
move directly towards him.
Well, no, I mean, I
If
assume
you're
you
not moving.
probably can't stack unlimbered and limbered artillery, right?
I wouldn't think so.
Right. So it would just have to move off the square.
Towards
Okay.
where the leader is, right?
Well, that he can't. It doesn't have any square he can go to towards that.
so
then you just have to
so
eliminate
I don't know that he can do anything in the regroup phase anyway because he's in command at the time of the regroup phase.
No, we're saying he wasn't.
Well,
No. He wasn't
no.
at the beginning of the turn.
In
Right.
the movement
That-
at the beginning of the turn, he
Oh.
was.
In
Let's see.
regroup, bringing the leader within range of him doesn't put him in command.
Well, it
Right,
says
because
here, units that are out of command and not adjacent to enemy units may move or place themselves in command. So
Mhm.
after the 14th moved, they were now in command. So they were out of command at the beginning of the turn, right? But because you moved your leader, now they're in command during the
During
regroup check.
Regroup. Yeah. So you can't. Yeah.
No, but I think there's actually a rule in there that says you can't bring somebody into command.
Except
was
for at
out
the
of
beginning of the turn. Oh, because you don't check until the start of the turn.
Yeah, because you check in command.
Hmm.
Now, somebody can end up out of command
Hmm.
when his command phase comes, but I don't think you can go the other way. It's probably one little obscure little thing there.
Well,
Hmm.
I think what Eric's trying to say is because they were in command at the point, not that they were in command, but they were in command radius. At the point that the regroup occurred, they couldn't do regroup things because they were in command range.
I don't think that's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm looking at 8.3.1 command span and command status. Maybe that will help.
yeah, so it says here, a combat unit is in command if it's within the command span of its immediate superior officer. If the unit is
That's in the command segment.
yes, but it's also talking about what the command status is, right? So under command segment, during the command point phase, players determine the number of command points they have, leaders determine assets, blah, blah, blah. Command span status and command status. Okay, so
So they were not in command during the command segment.
right.
Yep.
And music could generate blah. However, whenever a break in chain of command occurs, that part of the beneath that breaks are out of command. It may not be part of that MU.
I think what Eric was trying to say, if I could maybe try to rephrase it, is that if you're in a regroup situation, your sole activity is to get back into command. And if you start the regroup phase in command, there's nothing to get into command for.
Is on that other stack, is that guy an ADC?
Yeah. So they're in command even if they weren't near their divisional leader because they had a leader stacked with them. They are by definition in command.
Okay. That stack would have been, but the other ones would still have not been in command because they weren't stacked with a ADC.
Right.
Well, yeah, that stack should have rolled during, because
that would have
started the move there.
Yeah, so he would have been able to roll.
Well, that stack is that stack part of an MU with the AD cap?
If the leader that he's under received a command point.
Right, and so the question is where
he's part of the.
Right. So if say for example that stack was out of the command range of the leader of the 14th Division at the time that the maneuver unit was selected, okay?
He was, because the other guy here, I think Dave, he was here, not here.
Yeah. So that stack wouldn't have been able to move during the when that chit came up for the 14th Division because they weren't within the command range of their divisional leader. And during the regroup phase, they're not considered out of command because they have a leader stacked with them. Now,
they were.
But it does say here, during the regroup chit, units that are not part of a MOO and are not in an enemy zone of influence, but are in command, may change stacking, facing formations. Units may not extend into more hexes than they currently occupy. So those
We're
guys...
overthinking it. It says restrictions. You must cease moving the moment they enter the command span of the leader. He is now in the command span of his leader, therefore he's not doing anything other than you can argue he can try to limber or unlimber.
That's what we're trying to do. He's one of one.
Yeah, you can unlimber or limber for sure.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to move it though.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is that it may be an illegal stack if it's limbered stacked with unlimbered. I'm not sure.
Then he would roll.
So then you make a morale check for the stack, and then you're going to displace. So for the one that limbered up, that's what you would do. You'd roll for that hex, and because it's a stacking violation, and then you figure out, then you would displace the horse guns.
And I think it's a 1-die roll per hex, and if the top unit passes, it'll pass on a bonus.
Well, remember you have a -3 because you don't have a leader. The morale check. If he wants to do that.
Well, he's already done it.
He's already done it. We're in the
situation, right? So now it's just a case of you just roll and see what you get.
Well, I mean, we're clarifying the rules, but
true. That's fine.
Yeah, so
not to be mean.
I'm sorry, I'm not. I love you, brother. You're awesome.
Okay. So if
okay, under stacking violation, it just says good order with good order displace.
Good order with good order displace.
There's no morale check, it just displaces it.
Oh, okay.
One limber.
That's only a 5th edition thing? Great.
It's probably just a 5th edition thing. We've been playing so much 5th edition there.
Well, then why do they say there's a -3 to morale checks? Anything that's not related to displacing, I guess, overstacking?
I guess
Is that in the charts for this scenario in Vassal?
That's in the
it's Regs 30.
Moscow, the Moscow charts for Reg 30. Yeah.
But maybe that's anything else that requires.
So they would have to displace over here.
Which
then.
page? Which
They
page
would
is it
they
on?
would
1, 2, 3,
displace
4, 5,
towards
6.
their
Page
towards,
4.
so they try to be
Yeah.
in command.
Yeah, but they would break stacking there. There's already 10 increments sitting there. So which way would they go?
Well, if it doesn't cost anything for morale checks to displace, then you would displace here and then you displace there, right?
Oh, okay. So we'll just move them here?
Yeah.
Okay. These guys, what would have they done then? According to the rules.
They could at least
They can both check.
they could try to limber as well.
And one is probably going to be automatic.
So the
1 through 4, and the other ones. Oh, they're both 1 through 4. So they've got an artillery officer, so they can.
So
It's 1 through 5. So roll two more single dice.
Okay, so for the top one.
Fine. Next one.
okay,
Fine.
so they're all fine. They limbered up.
Okay. Oh, that was dramatic.
That was.
Yes.
Well done, man. Get those guns limbered now.
Give the guy a medal. Oh, I'm telling Napoleon to give him a medal. No, I can't do that. Okay, so then is there a command to flip the whole stack?
Well, you can lasso the whole stack and do Control F.
Oh. Oh, how fancy. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll
Double
fill that.
click to combine them back. Yeah.
There we go. All right. That was exciting. All right, we're back to shooting.
Yes.
Okay.
Now back to our previously scheduled death and destruction. I don't have any guns, so it's going to be Mitch and company.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just checking some lines aside here real quick. Do another one. All right. So what do you think? What do you think, Brendan? I think this unit over here will attack here.
Great, go for it.
Which
Okay.
one?
These units here will target here.
Well, there's only one unit there. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. I think only. Let me double check the line of sight on this one. The top one can't participate in that attack. This one here. I
No.
think it's only these two guns that can fire on that unit.
Mitch, you should have the Grand Battery Leader in the center of that battery.
Oh, I should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one is? Oh, Barclay. Okay, gotcha.
No,
So,
no.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Your mom. Yeah.
Okay, and then put that guy there. Okay, got it. All right. So I have 18 against.
Where are you getting 18? You only got one guy that can reach that.
Oh, maybe that's right. Let me double check. Oh, you're right. Okay.
So
Okay.
9 to 6.
9 to 6. All right.
With a +3.
So
and +5, so it's a +8.
So 42, 45? No, 44?
Sure. That sounds like a hit.
So it's a hit?
Yes.
Yeah. A 42 is just barely enough to get a hit on it. So with a +8, you were at 44. So that's enough for a single hit.
Why is it +8? Because
Because
this
the stack size gives it +3, and he's got a +5 leader on it.
oh, this one has a different. I forgot it has a different chart for.
Yeah.
Okay, so increment loss, and I have to make a round check. Oh, pff. They're not happy.
Understandable.
But they'll get to make them around check soon, so it won't be a big deal.
How about the other ones below are not disordered, or the whole stack is disordered?
I think the whole stack is disordered.
Yes, yes. All right, my next shot. Let's go ahead and do Barclay.
Did you get
He's
the
gonna
ammo?
target. I did.
Yep.
Barclay wants to shoot here.
Also, I'm going to make an adjustment. This guy during the regroup could have gone into line.
Okay. Okay. Love it. All right. Happy?
Yep.
All right. I got 9 here. Go in there. The range is 11, so there'll be a ricochet to there, to the hex behind it.
Okay, so you've got a
Wait,
1.5 to 1
yeah.
with a +5.
Fifth, I
So
think
that's
that'll
going
do.
to be enough for a hit on the 4th of the 35th.
And then the ricochet. Here's the ricochet. No
Nope.
effect. No ammunition for the great redoubt.
Here's my morale check. Oh, does not have
Mitch, while you're
20,
at it,
22, of
You
course.
just barely missed, Rob.
Mitch, while you're at it, Barclay's neighbor to the north, the lighter
Mhm.
battery, has a cross shot on the cavalry on the nose to the south.
Flash me the target. So sorry. No, the target.
Where's the target?
I don't see the target, Brian.
In Kaminsky Woods, right in front of the Kaminsky Woods.
Yeah, I don't. Here?
South. To the south.
Yeah, down
Here?
here.
Southwest.
No. South
Oh.
of the redoubt.
Kaminsky Woods.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see those guys out there. Okay. All right. Okay.
Cross shot, yeah.
You're hiding in the
Okay.
brush.
So it's got to be the long range. So it's a 5. I'll just roll and see if it's even worth checking. It might be worth checking.
Well,
It's gonna be
let's
like
see. They're going to have.
It's
It's going to be a 1 to 3. That's not going to be good enough.
Not gonna be enough. All right.
Yeah,
Good enough.
It's just ranging on who can see what, but there it was. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think this guy has a target, unless I'm out of my mind.
Who's that? Euler?
No target. These do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And well, I was gonna fire here with those guys. What do you think? You think theirs better?
because it'll
Okay.
ricochet into the orchard.
Okay. Very good. We might actually get 2. We might get one ricochet here and one ricochet there, depending on which gun we're
Possible.
talking. Yeah.
Possible, yeah.
However, we are going to concentrate the 27 right there.
Only 2 of the 3 batteries can see that.
Oh, because of this jump right here?
Yeah, the 3rd battery has a cross shot against the village, but it can't join the big shot.
All right. Well, let's do the cross shot across the village first then. So 9 to here. I'm going to go ahead and make the adjustment on the ammo right now. Oops. Wrong direction. All right. Here's the shot. I doubt it. 9 to.
Is it 9 to 9? Fire defense. Yep, it's a 1-to-1, so that's good enough for a hit.
In the village here.
Yeah.
In line. Okay. All right, let's roll again.
All right, now.
Oh, okay. Somebody passed.
All right. So these two are now going to fire upon. Do we say this one?
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
so 18.
would you? So wouldn't there be ricochet from this attack?
Not through the village.
Oh, okay.
All right. So 18 to here. That's a miss. I'll do the ricochet here in just a second. Get this ammo first, real quick. All right. Here's the ricochet. Note. Let's see. So the ricochet is all that's going to go. Where do you believe the ricochet will go? Here or here? Or half here? Is it half here and full here? I don't know.
I just normally draw a line from between the two hexes. So it should hit these guys that are in the orchard behind him.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So 18 here and then a ricochet into here.
Yep.
Here's the 18. That.
Well, you already rolled. You rolled a 16 for the 18, so you missed that one already.
Right.
No, that was the 9. That was the ricochet into here.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh no, there was
plus,
no ricochet though. Remember, there's no ricochet through the.
Shot. That was the direct shot into the village.
Oh, okay. So no ricochet.
This one's a hit.
All right.
Well, that's actually a 36. Is that a hit?
Oh, I know.
Why is it a 36?
Because it's a ricochet and you're -6.
Well, this is the 18 shot right here.
No, you
That
rolled
was
6.
the 16. You didn't have a ricochet here. You hit this guy.
Okay. All right. From now on, just we're going to make this redundantly. I'm going to write in exactly what the roll is, and it will only apply to that roll. And if I make some sort of error, we don't carry forward rolls to other attacks and so forth. If I get a good one on a dumb thing, I don't get to carry forward a good one. So I'll simply put the hex number I'm firing on, and if I don't put a hex number and I roll something, it just doesn't.
Oh, you thought you were rolling for the.
That's what I declared. That's what I said to everybody while I was doing it. That's what I rolled, and now I'm saying I have to carry forward the 16. So.
No, wait. I thought you were rolling it for the. Well, anyways.
Yeah, no. You thought you were rolling for the orchard. That was incorrect. Now you rolled for things, so you hit on a 46. Come on, you guys.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So these guys take a hit.
Correct.
Okay.
And now the ricochet, but into the next hex, it's a hit.
Okay. Jeez.
And I'm only saying that because it's not my guys. But, yeah.
Thank you. I hate to get into mindless stuff, but I'll get into mindless stuff if that's what we need to do.
No, I misunderstood.
Hey, I protest that one because that I understood that 16 to be the direct shot on here.
Okay.
That's what you declared.
I
Because Brendan said there's no ricochet through here, which means you couldn't have been shooting on there. So
But
you're 16
But he's
missed
saying-
there,
he's
and
saying
you're
he did.
46.
No.
Hmm?
It's so he had rolled for it. He said it's a ricochet. He rolled for it, and then Brendan said, "No, there's no
But you
ricochet
can't.
through the village."
yes. So
Right.
no, he's.
And I thought the villages were raised and there wasn't anything there, but apparently there was enough there to stop.
Yeah,
the
it's
ricochet, which
only
makes sense.
Semenoyov Skoy that's raised. And I thought that the villages didn't stop the ricochet either because they're just little hovels. So
Okay. So let me roll for those two guys.
It's a friendly
They're
game.
all fine.
It's fine.
yeah.
We're letting people come out of column into line after, come on now. We're being
Yeah,
nice.
that's true. That's true.
All right.
Well, he got to roll a 1/6 that he didn't count for anything. So what, where's
It's all right. You can save it for another morale check.
okay?
So there was a hit here.
I'm Napoleon.
and a
I
hit here.
protest.
Yeah, I passed the rolls for those two.
Yeah.
but I don't see a hit here.
Yeah. Oh, there's. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, maybe I put the hit accidentally on this guy.
There's 2 on
Or
the
no,
back.
he already had a hit. He already had a hit. Okay.
All right. Do we
Ammunition's
have
right.
other shooting anywhere else?
I don't believe so.
Since we're done with shooting, I have a question on the artillery that we said had to displace. Why did it have to displace? There's 3
because
increments in the hex.
It was
I
limbered
don't-
and unlimbered.
It doesn't matter. It just says 3 limbered or 3 unlimbered or 1/6 combined.
Okay.
Well, then it doesn't have to displace. They can be on the same square.
Yeah. That's what I'm basically trying to get at.
Yeah. No, I guess it doesn't have to. We're just used to. We've been playing so much bar. Yeah. So this can just go back to the hex it was in. This one here, Robert, can go
Now,
back.
would
to
he, if he limbers, does he go to the bottom of the stack? Does he just stay at where he was?
You can change the
stack?
stacking order, so you can put him on the bottom. Not a Whitcare's Alcibiades.
Wait, what?
All right, but there's this problem.
Have you not read your
11.1
Herodotus? Not a
How about-
Whitcare's Alcibiades.
How about 11.1.2? At the end of a movement, all units in a hex must be in the same formation as determined by the top unit of the stack. So
Oh,
you got to be in the same formation.
okay. Then I guess he's got to
Is
go.
limbered and unlimbered considered formations?
Yep.
Yeah.
Limbering and unlimbered is a formation. Yep.
Mm,
Okay. This is
interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna come up with another rule in a second. Hold on.
I take your rule and I raise you another rule.
Okay, I can keep moving it back and forth. That's no problem. I'm not getting too tired.
This is
So
where your carpal tunnel kicks in.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
do
the
have.
old
I have.
wound.
I have trigger finger in my pinky, so it locks now every once in a while.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's from the mouse.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess I would read that it can be 3 limbered, 3 unlimbered, and the 1/6 combined is if it's combined with infantry.
Infantry.
So.
All right. Do we have any more shooting going on anywhere else? Nope.
You gonna take a shot with that battery? I think he's got a target. Yeah. He's got a target right there.
So he doesn't have to shoot.
No, he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Or does he?
Well, during the artillery chit, he's got an option, but during the fire phase, I thought it said something.
Oh, I don't think there's any distinction there.
Yeah.
I don't think there's
You might as well take the shot because what you're trying to do at this point is burn up all the ammo so you can refresh.
Yeah. So it's 7 to 14. No, it's 5 to 14. So it's a 1 to 3 shot. So you got to roll a 65 or 66 anyway.
Well, for the
Whose shot
Russians,
is
it's really like 46.
Whose shot is it?
Yours?
If you
I
want to
have
do
another
it,
shot.
it's the guy that's up here on the rise would fire down on these skirmishers. But it's a 1 to 3 shot.
I thought
you're trying to dump out the ammo so that you can get it down to 0 in the next hour.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Here comes the roll with 1 to 3 against
roll
the
of the
skirmishers
century.
off the coalition.
Here we go.
Miss.
Nope.
Okay.
Bing.
ammo has been reduced.
Cool.
Do you guys have any artillery working yet down by Utsup in the Far East?
No, I've got some, but I just don't have anything to shoot at yet. So
Wait for it.
yeah.
Something will show up.
Exactly.
Are we doing one more, Chet?
I think so. Let's see what's left. Probably a few things left in there, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
I have one at least.
It's number 4. It's Russian number 4. And then we've got number 7. So French 7. I don't know who that belongs to.
That's nay.
Okay. So I will watch you move around. And then Brennan is moving the fourth corps. So which division did you want to move first, David?
I don't know. Where was it?
Roller.
Let's see, who do I want to move first? All right. I guess that we'll move the 10th first. Let's see what we got here.
The 10th. All right.
That's interesting.
Let's see. 10th. It's the 3rd Corps. The 70s.
So that's Ledru's account. His guys here.
Yep.
Okay.
And this is going to. All right.
It's interesting, Eric. If you read 11.1.4,
Yeah.
players may not voluntarily move combat units such that their stacking limit would be violated.
Ah.
So can they even make a roll? Since by making the roll, you'd be voluntarily overstacking it?
That's kind of. I don't know what the role is going to be. They both could pass. In fact, the chances were high that they would both pass, but I don't think that's you're reading a little too much in, I think.
Well, but then, I'm just saying.
But it is true because you don't roll for them both simultaneously. You roll for one, and then you would move it, and then you roll for the other, and then you would move it. So it is conceivable that.
And it is at the end of movement.
Yeah. Oh, but it's at the end of movement. Okay. But that particular case was those guys weren't. If the leader were a hex or two away, then they could have limbered up and moved to get closer to him. But since
Right.
he'd moved within range, then now they were unable to move off of their
Oh,
colleagues.
So
So
you say
that
you
was
can't limber on to displace on purpose.
correct. That's what Rick seems to have parsed out of that.
I'm not saying anything. You guys are the experts. I'm just, throwing random things out there for you guys to kibitz over.
Let's see. Oh,
And
my
Tara
son
understood.
is watching. He says, "Just joined. Who's winning?"
Yeah.
I'm winning. I'm winning, son. So he has. We're going to do a collaborative. He's got a Magic the Gathering YouTube page that
Oh,
in
nice.
the span of 6 months has gotten more subscribers than it took me 10 years to do. And
It's magic.
so he's planning on doing. We're going to do a crossover. He's going to be doing a Magic the Gathering Napoleonic card selection. So he's got to figure out.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then I don't know what I'm going to do on his channel.
Can we use magic cards in this game?
Yes.
I'd be for that. Yeah, I gotta go dig up Williams,
Cast
but
a
I'll find him.
spell. I'm going to use my Pokemon cards on yours. So yeah, I have to figure out what our crossover thing is going to be. So, but yeah, we're going to do a little crossover, YouTube channel versus YouTube channel. So
You can just have some planeswalkers. They'll just be leaders.
there you go. There you go. A lot of stuff he does is he will take something from the popular zeitgeist and he'll say, well, this is the deck that you would have if you were XYZ, whatever character, whatever anime thing, whatever. So it's not a real Magic the Gathering card that represents that identical person, but it's one that has the properties of whoever it is. So we have to figure out who the Magic the Gathering card that most represents Napoleon Bonaparte. So, yeah. And I don't know enough about Magic the Gathering to have any clue what that would be.
Yeah, tell him just to find you a planeswalker that's close.
A planeswalker, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
One of the hero pieces.
Or is that something?
If he really wants to get famous, he should Trump versus Harris in a card game for the election.
He sometimes does some interesting ones that are kind of along the lines of popular stuff. He did one like it's Magic the Gathering, but it's a corporate onboarding. And
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it was hilarious. He's got some really fun stuff that he does.
What's his channel called?
It's called Quips and Guac. So I'll type it in the thing here. So QUIPS ampersand GUAC, Quips and Guac. So yeah, and he draws his little thumbnails and has little animated stuff that he does where he's drawing little pictures of stuff, and then he's got the cards and he's talking about it. It's cute. I know nothing about the game, but It's all right. We're even that way. He knows nothing about the games I'm playing. So I'm just glad he's playing games.
Okay. Well, YouTube, Quips and Guac.
Quips and Guac.
Did you meet Paul at the thing? He was at our table a fair bit. Bald-headed fellow, younger.
Oh yeah.
He's into Magic the Gathering. Such a nice fellow.
Oops. Brought up Chips and Guac. That's not working.
So what's up with these guys that you're moving? They're part of the Young Guard.
Yeah, that whole artillery section has been assigned to Ney. That's why there's officers on all of them.
Oh my, that's funny.
But they're not an Army asset. Right? I don't think you can do that since they're not an Army asset.
They were all part of that battery that was out there, and they were that's center battery.
Right.
That's
I get that.
That's an asset on its own. To me, I don't know why it wouldn't be.
Aren't there some special rules?
But so then you would have them as you'd give them a maneuver unit to then move.
We did this last turn.
Well, I didn't see them last turn. I thought they were still part of the group that was there.
Well, normally in the rules, you release only pieces, right? So when they get released, normally do they get assigned at that point, or how does it work?
So is my understanding that
we talked about it before, and we said if there was an ADC or an officer with them, they can be assigned to that move.
Well, we can read through the thing. I mean, all else fails, you just move them back. But my understanding from when we had played it at Jena was they had to be part of either a core asset that was being assigned to the division or an Army asset that was assigned to a particular division or corps. So that's where I'm confused, because those are not Army assets. They are units that are part of the Young Guard.
And they were already out there in the center battery. They were already assigned to something else.
They were assigned to a Grand Battery.
Yeah, if they move as a Grand Battery, I think.
Yeah, so they would move as a Grand Battery. You would have to spend a command point to activate Drouot as the Grand Battery leader and then move them as that. So they would fall under the Grand Battery, just like the other guy that you moved with Saubière. But you wouldn't have them assigned to a corps or to a division because they belong to the Young Guard. Now, I'm not an expert on it. I mean, this would be something for Brennan to comment on.
Look at 5 point. Go to the rules of the Moscovich, or however you say it. 5.3.6.2. Once released, these batteries may be used as any other Army asset. This is during the next command state, and they may be attached to any leader command and would then be allowed to move towards that leader during the regroup.
Sounds like in the scenario rule, they're saying that all of the Guards batteries are Army assets.
So where are you at on this? This is.
I was just looking under organization 5.3.61, and then next couple of paragraphs, it's talking about stuff. And you all can interpret it.
Oh, okay. All right. So it looks like this is an exception to the regs rule.
Yes.
Because they were like in the Grand Battery to start with, which is what David was talking about, and then when they get released, which we released anyway, they become army assets.
So let's keep reading here. So it says the artillery of the guard may be attached to other moves as army assets, or may form part of a grand battery move as outlined below. The old guard, young guard, and cavalry of the guard are treated as separate command formations. They cannot form as a single move, but instead must form separate moves. The young guard is treated as a corps, and mortier must be activated in order to form a corps-sized move.
But their artillery was separated off and made army level before all of that.
Right. Okay.
That's all related to infantry and cavalry.
Okay. Yeah. So it looks like that is the exception to the Regs 30 rule. Cool. Carry on.
Okay.
I've been playing the Russian campaign online, sort of a multi-year tournament thing,
Right.
and the game is interesting in the sense that, unlike almost any other game I have, you know, this whole concept of min-maxing your attacks and just maximizing everything you can get out of the game is on steroids in this game in terms of just the
Russian
slightest.
4 is
Go ahead.
Russian 4 is finished.
Okay. And some people just don't like a game where you have to do that kind of exactitude in your planning. There's just no fog of war, and it's strange. It's like if you think about the units, maybe not in the concept of what they are, but it's just like the railroads kind of function as just mobile warfare game. It's interesting to think about it in other contexts, how it all plays out. Some people hate that kind of game that you're working in such minutia. My last trip, I think I set up 5 or 6 different options, played them out, you know, a turn or two out just to see how the thing would play out and adjusted accordingly for worst case scenarios. Kind of hurts my brain.
What's the next chip?
So David's working on number 7. So it's then number 1.
We can drop down if you want,
Yep.
Eric.
Yeah. So Mitch, you can watch David move, I guess, what's left of the 3rd Corps.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, this will be fun.
It should be. Should be.
All right. We are going to move. You've messed up all my plans.
Yeah, I got to do that. It's part of my job.
Makes me sad. All right, I'll start with Friant.
All right. So just be aware I've got the skirmisher guy out here.
Oh, I didn't even see. He's so hard. We should do something like, because the white on white sometimes is hard to see. Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I did not see him, so thank you.
Yeah.
1, 2. So it's really just 2 away, right? So 1, 2, 3. I'm looking for your guys now. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, does that count to leave it?
No, it doesn't.
1,
If he goes
2,
here,
3,
2,
4.
3. Yeah.
That's 4, right?
Yep.
And then
That's going to be
5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, let's see. What is it?
No,
Cultivated
probably
for?
higher.
Movements.
1,
Cultivated
2,
only costs 1.
3, 3, 4, 5. I'll move out and
Yeah, but
around
it's going to
basically.
cost 5, 6, 7. So he's fine there
Oh yeah.
because it stretches out this way and it stretches out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How it goes to the village, I don't know, but whatever.
You're right. The Cossacks are in there pillaging the village.
Right. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now these guys have to be in general order. No, not
you're
in
in.
comp.
You're in.
Be anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it
the
could be anything.
villages and the cultivated are just regular. You can be in.
Okay.
You're not in general order. You're either in column, square, line, whatever.
Okay. Ooh, I'm getting close to your militia.
I know. I'm starting to feel the sweat. The beads of perspiration are starting to bead on
I can
my.
see the fear already.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's not do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 6.
Mm-hmm. I see you've labeled everybody.
I did because I'm just struggling.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. I'm thinking
It's
of doing
like
the
this
same
is
thing.
vassal, so if it's vassal, take advantage of it
Yeah.
being on vassal.
Would be like buying a highlighter
Exactly.
and highlighting all of your counters.
Especially some of the older ones.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm
I
supposed
mean,
to know this? What?
yeah. What color is the belt? They're all the same. That's the problem.
Come
with,
on, you geeks. It's like, I get it. You Napoleonic aficionados. I will move him to there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that's everybody. All right, and now I will move Desex.
Yep.
Desex. 1, 2, 3. Artillery's gonna go 1, 2, 3, and unlimber.
Exciting.
Now I can see him, right?
Yeah. You can see this hex here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in 2 hexes.
Not that you'll be there, but whatever.
Hey, they're Cossacks. What's the worst that can happen? They run away.
He's not going to block, right?
No, because you still have a line of sight.
Straight
hex,
cross, right? Yeah. And he's going to move to there.
I mean, it runs right along the spine of the hex, but I don't think that.
Does that block or not?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. You're gonna make me look it up. This is all part of your plan.
I'll move it back if I have
you're
to.
just pair-dropping your units.
That's weird how they got all the way over there. I don't know. All right, so this guy has a loss on him. Let's go ahead and put, I think it was this guy.
Line of sight 28, page 28. This is the nice thing about them having a nice table of contents there. Okay, so here it is. If the line of sight passes precisely along a hex side with blocking terrain or units, then the line of sight is blocked.
So it would be
just
blocked.
moving back one hex. Yeah, now you're fine.
Okay. And let's go with these guys. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
All right. Who are you moving now?
I'm going to move, and I should have done this first. In hindsight, I'm going to move the cavalry, cavalry. That should have moved first to go adjacent to you to stop you from slowing me down. But instead, we'll go last, so it's not effective at all. I don't know if I can get there, though, honestly. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. 13. And now I can declare a charge, correct?
You could have declared a charge at any time, right?
Yes. And then
yeah, I mean, whenever you stop your movement, then you could declare a charge.
Yeah, so he's going to declare a charge.
Okay.
Because, I haven't
Who's
gotten him
declaring
out
a
of.
charge?
Oh, don't come in here all Napoleon asking questions. I'm just running off some light cav of his. With my light cav. Do I need to get the counter? Now, we resolve that now or not?
I think you finish moving all of the
movement.
Yeah, finish all of your movement.
Okay, 4, 5. But don't I mark it though?
Yeah.
All right, let me mark it.
There we go. That looks very official. It's
4,
the first cavalry charge of the turn
1,
of the
2,
game.
3, 4, 5. And it's me making it.
Of
5,
course.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4. Oh, wait, what is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Why did I set up my turn? See, this is why I told you. I gotta practice the sequencing of things. It is very important.
There you go.
All right, I'm now gonna move to
is it
my last formation.
Yeah.
The
guy with the tan pants.
Weird.
Coolest counters in the game.
Weird. All right. There's no cavalry around me yet.
Yeah, it's
So
just they're just up here in the woods.
2, 4, 6.
No, that's going to be 8.
Nope, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, so you can't quite get there.
There, 2, 4, 6. 2, 4.
You can whip him
6. I can do that.
and make him go faster.
2, 4, 6. Yeah, but the thing is they don't go faster. They just smile. So I go, okay. Why are you smiling, you weirdo? 2, 4, 6.
Which game set has the force march rules? I remember we
This
used to
has
have
it.
those.
You can force it.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have to pass morale checks for it?
Yeah, but the guard, of course, they pass everything, so they can be forced to march anytime you like.
All right, I think I am done. Oh wait, this artillery moved. Everything's within 6 of the man, and then within 3 of the divisions. Except for I'm gonna be all fucked up with my cavalry when I'm done. So I'm good.
Okay. That's exciting. So we have a charge. I got to read up on what the heck happens with Cossacks.
You run away.
Yeah,
Dogs.
pretty much in a word. So what's it say here for Cossacks? All right. If I want to charge, I got to make a morale check. I can only charge unlimbered artillery from the flank or rear. No, fine. If they're not exhausted, I may retreat before charge from enemy heavy or light cavalry. If charged solely by cuirassiers, carabiniers, or grenadiers à cheval of the guard, Cossacks may retreat before charge even if disordered and or exhausted. So I guess
nice.
I retreat before combat.
Permitted.
So how does retreat before combat work?
You move a number, I try to follow, eventually I can't follow. And if you move more than half, you become tired, but in this case, you don't care.
Right,
But
Because you can still retreat, you'll still be tired,
but
yes.
there, I believe, since he is not part of the charge, and if they, and I believe that provokes reaction. So
A reaction charge?
yes,
You're getting crazy now. Are you trying to say I set something up
Probably
nicely?
opportunity charge.
Opportunity,
It'll provoke
Yeah.
opportunity.
No, yeah. Reaction.
So retreat before charge by cavalry is on page 46. Page 46. Retreat before charge by cavalry. Cavalry, which is the target of a charge, a grand charge, is in good order, not exhausted, has a printed movement potential greater than the unit charging, may retreat before charge. See the exclusive rules for additional units which may be eligible. Cavalry may not retreat before charge from a reaction charge or opportunity charge. Exception, a cavalry unit which is retreating before a charge, which is opportunity charge, may in turn retreat before the charge from the opportunity charge as long as it has a printed movement potential greater than the unit opportunity charging it. So I could still get away. Procedure, when the charging cavalry moves adjacent to the target, they may retreat before the charge. Units which retreat before charge expend movement points to follow the path of retreat, changing facing as necessary. During their retreat, they may only change formation to enter general order or to join a stack of friendly formed units in good order, in which case they change their facing formation to match the unit present in the hex. Cavalry that retreats before charge must follow a path of retreat which does not enter terrain that prohibits movement for cavalry, nor hexes that contain enemy units, nor they may retreat into enemy cavalry zones of influence. However, friendly units negate zones of influence of enemies in their hexes for the purpose of retreat before charge. Formed cavalry may not retreat through friendly units that are not in skirmish order or in square. The retreating cavalry may pass through friendly skirmishers or ride over friendly squares. Retreating units are not allowed to violate stacking rules in the course of their retreat. Cavalry skirmishers may retreat through all friendly units provided stacking limits are not violated. So, I can retreat, I guess. So, you have 5 movement points for your guy right here who's declared the charge. So I have to move back at least 6. So that way you're not adjacent to me at the end, right? So you would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I've got to retreat back at least 6 to get away from you. Am I understanding that correctly, guys?
Yep.
Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I can go back 7, right? And I haven't gone half of my movement yet. Okay. All right. So that's me.
So you must pursue unless you pass a recall check.
Well, I mean, so here's
19.5
the
point.
yeah. So here's the question: is like, shouldn't he just be moving 1 hex and then I decide if I want to recall at that point? Why does he move all the way? See what I'm saying?
I think
So I
as
move
a
it to-
matter of the mechanic, he completes his move, then you
All of it?
check to recall, and then
Okay.
if you don't recall, you have to follow his path.
Okay, I will attempt to recall. I think it's 1 to 4. Control V. Did
French,
that
yeah,
tell me?
1 through 4. So anything but a 5 or a 6. A 5.
Bam! A 5. Hey, wait, does the leader modify that?
Yes.
Leaders
Have leader
probably, yeah.
Have
I
leader
got a
improved
lead.
by 1.
Okay, I got a leader, so I made it. It's
Yeah.
this dude.
Yeah, so that's going to
Make it a 4.
Yeah.
Leaders for a win. All right, so I guess that's my exciting turn.
Well, now you can still now he still gets his 5 after combat, right?
Well, I can regroup or whatever it's
Regroup,
called.
Yep. Yes.
I don't think I'm going to regroup. Do I want to regroup him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3. No, he'll still be out of command with the guy adjacent, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I'll leave him there and I'll just have to roll initiative.
All right.
Done.
I know it's late in parts of the world. What do you guys want to do?
I think
I think
Brandon's
we
the one.
should. I think we should do fire. Let's do fire when we come back next Monday.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
start it up again on Monday.
And we will
Sounds good.
save it as it is, and then we will pick it up on Monday. Yeah, because we've been at it now for 3.5 hours.
We got almost through a full turn. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have much other than just people moving around, so.
Yes, sirree.
All right, I got to save.
Okay.
Super
Gentlemen.
fun, everybody. It's a pleasure
Excellent.
playing with you.
Yep,
Indeed.
hang in there.
All
Don't
right.
let the bastards wear you down.
All right. Have a good rest of the evening.
Will do.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'll-
Bye-bye.